right now.
I don't. I can't. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna be as quick as I was in Wise Woman game though, Greta. I don't know if you can top that today.
Do you really think
Ooh, that's
you
an
will
ambitious.
escape God?
That's an ambitious
Yeah,
thing to
Red.
see.
Red,
Yes. Yes.
do you
Yes.
really think you will escape God's judgment for your sins? The safety tools, they're gone.
Yeah, only the shadows will remain.
I was just gonna play, keep going.
No. Red, tell me what happened last time, so then I can proceed to like clobber you.
Of course. Hold on, let me pull up the thing as well. Well, what happened last time? It began with Jack coming back to the mansion with us after we took care of not real Jack essentially and dealt with the aftermath of that. As we did a bit of a celebration as he talked with the professor, deciding about what to do next. Apparently, as he did have a wish to get his revenge for what he deserves for what it was done to him, but apparently we were able to convince him at least to stay here. You know, friends and family. We did, regardless of where he's been or not, he's still a friend and someone we care about. And we even decided to give him a nice, lovely meal cooked by us as we tried to make some steaks, essentially. I think there was also a conversation with Logan as he mentioned about this particular group and Jack revealing the information about what they've been doing, this Mr. Sinister and all these dealings. It's much to Sai's shock. As for her, this is something she wasn't aware of. This goes against everything she's been told that the elders have been planning, and moment of panic and wondering if she should go home to deal with it, though we were able to convince her to stay, or Logan was able to talk to her and convince her to stay. As there was discussions about what to do with Jack, or telling him about maybe we can keep him entertained by keeping him here, or having him go after the people in New York that Eddie was aware of, but Wanda vetoed that option, and we decided safer than going out gung-ho and getting our ass kicked, because that has not worked out well for us. I think at dinner as well, there was discussions about finding a magical tutor, which Bobby seemed to flinch at, and as we would later on learn from him, that he has a bit of a history with this magical tutor, the only other option that the professor would have. As he revealed to us that that tutor is someone who adopted him when he was in the orphanage. Not necessarily mean, but not a very warm individual, we'll say. It wasn't really a great childhood all around. And Bobby can deal with it. He can just shrug his shoulder and get through with her. It just wasn't someone he would rather not see if he could avoid it. But for this, he can endure, we'll say. As well as Tatiana realizing that Sai wasn't at the dinner with the steaks and us hanging out, decided to bring us some food and checking on her, as she seemed to be grappling with everything she learned and a bit more information about what she went through, her childhood of attachments and not having them, and trying to go make whatever type of, I guess, world or thing they were doing was supposed to be honorable, or at least something worthwhile, not these worshipping demons and magic and everything going on, and all the things that she's done and have to grapple with. As well as Cynthia and Claire talking heart to heart about everything that's happened. That the fact that we didn't notice that Jack was gone, and the fact that this entire time our friend was somewhere else being put through a horrible situation. We just lived our lives, and the guilt we had to live with, and the fact that there's a guy named Mr. Sinister that exists apparently. But hopefully one day we can, right that wrong, hopefully. And a bit of heart to heart there. As well as Wanda and Tatiana talking. Wanda slowly coming to the realization that Tatiana slowly coming to the realization that Wanda has a crush on Jack, and of course deciding to commit to helping with that. So the next day, Claire, waking up bright and early, had a hello to Jack as she saw the momentary look of fear, not just anger, at Sai when she walked in unaware of his presence. And moment as they looked at each other, and she realized exactly why what he's looking at her for, as Claire went to speak with her and gave her a bit of advice, and she decided to take that to apologize to Jack for all that she's done, and while she doesn't remember him, he remembers her. And I think that was a right step in that call. As well as the fact that once they got back, having a bit more relaxed attitude and talking amongst each other, Tatiana tried to give Wanda a chance to talk to Jack without any interference. Pulling Sai aside to hopefully convince her to do some training, especially with her power set and skills. Regardless, it was everyone hanging out and enjoying themselves. Tatiana trying unsuccessfully to get Wanda and Jack to hang out with each other, as Jack confronted her about that after a couple days or so, or weeks of that nonsense and getting quite upset. And of course, Tatiana apologizing, though not revealing Wanda's obvious secret, and even stumbling in. With apparently Wanda overhearing Jack's feelings about her and deciding to make her mission to cause him as much misery as possible. Though with the help of Jean, was able to convince her not to do that, but maybe to show how great at magic she could be if this magical tutor is coming here for her and Jack, essentially. And she decided to go with that path. And time passed, as eventually we had a lovely hello from Miss Agatha. As she seemed to be frank, to the point, and blunt, seeing these students, and apparently also Jack pushing Storm up front, revealing that she also has magic. As he said, yeah, we can all have a chance to learn from her. She took a look at each of them and declared loudly that Jack was entirely useless and that there was no interest in her teaching him, essentially. Jack just seemed to shrug and roll with it, though I think Wanda and Snow were upset, and everyone else was upset on his behalf. He seemed to say it doesn't matter what she thinks. Train with her, get what you need from her, and do whatever you can to get stronger, essentially. As we all kind of watching a bit of the lessons, some of us understanding a bit, some of us leaving more goddamn confused than anything else. And of course, Agatha staying longer to stick around, not apparently engaging with Bobby at all, I assume. And I think our childhood, that childhood moment kind of ended a bit with us deciding to go say hello to our parents. Because I think Cynthia wanted to do it, and we decided to go with her as we all had an individual moment with the people we've lost over the years. And a year or so, or some time passed, as some of us went forward to continue our education, staying together as well, but growing up a bit more as now we're hopefully trying to become proper adults. Tatiana and I believe as well, I think it was Claire, I want to say. I think it was someone with us as we watched and waited. No, it was one, I'm sorry. As we stumbled across a mysterious man who seemed to be lost, though he looked a bit odd and out of place. As it became obvious that he's something more than just a regular old guy. As Wanda decided to go off and to get the others to hopefully have a chance to figure out what the hell is going on. As this guy seemed to show off some cool abilities that was pretty awesome, and then things kind of took a turn for holy shit as a group of armed people popped in with a van to apparently take a couple shots. All of us coming together and scrambling as some of us were able to make do. Cynthia, of course, not having much of an issue with her abilities. And while these people did shoot to kill, most of us were able to handle it pretty well. Some of us scattering to hide, some of us able to get people out of there in time. Tatiana and the mysterious men a bit falling behind a bit, not behind, but going in their own path a bit as deciding what to do now, as he seemed to be unfazed by the bullets. Still confused, still unsure, and coming across another group of people here to apparently come for him as we were a bit surrounded. And she was able to see that as she teleported away and turned around a bit, she was able to see this woman, I assume a redheaded woman or person, knock him out with some type of a device.
And she tried her face. She was like, "Had lip mask on."
Okay, no face then. Someone take him out, and she tried to stop it with her own abilities, but she did some damage, but nothing as to really do much as she was taken out easily. And he was gone. The car, the van, the mysterious fellow, and everyone else, as we dealt with the aftermath of that. And, unbeknownst to Tatiana, everyone else is still dealing with their own problem as the storm rolled in, fog and such. And Jack and Storm was able to help everyone get out. As we all ran back to our place, they were able to even find Tatiana and all decided to hanker down. Best not to move while we make a plan to what to do, because who knows what these people are here for. As she got a bit of healing from Wanda, thank goodness, and we stayed hunkered. Cynthia with Rogue and Anna hanging out, talking and realizing that now our bit of peace is probably now over, as well as discussing from Scott actually, who brought up maybe we should, keeping hidden is important, but maybe we need to do something else. Maybe that Spider-Man guy has the right idea, as Eddie even brought up the fact that he knows a guy who can help us with that. I think most people agree that this might be a better option. We don't want to stand here and do nothing, but we gotta make sure no one knows it's us. I think it ended a bit there with Claire talking with Scott, asking if it was the right idea. Maybe we should talk to the professor, but Scott's thinking that we need to do something different. And you know what? He has a car he can use to sell it off if we don't want to keep the professor in the dark a bit. And Tatiana and Annie talked with each other about some fears and concerns, and hopefully find a path that doesn't end with too many people getting hurt. Though I think there was a bit of a pause when Wanda burst in, demanding, frustrated with Jack's whole thing. And Eddie, of course, exasperated, telling her, either you tell him about your feelings or I swear to God, I'm going to do it myself. And I guess with that bit of pep talk, hopefully that means that there's a step in that right direction for them. And I think that's where it ended last.
Yeah, that's true. And no, that is how he looks, unironically.
Yeah.
Leopard skin and all.
Yeah, he does.
I didn't say anything.
That just means you're getting used to this, though. How do you feel about that?
I'm gonna be honest. That guy just looks like a Ninja Turtles villain.
Well, he's a Nazi, so
I thought all the Nazis who got killed with Rome.
But yeah, no. Can't wait to do my German accents.
Oh ja, wunderbar.
Thank you, Mac. But as the clobbering was promised, Red, I am time to deliver. Start the session with actually a flashback. Flashback to your magic classes, Tatiana.
Of course.
As you're like, the others are being led over, and as everyone's prepping, like, head over to the training facility, you will see Agatha approaching you. Says, "Why didn't you speak up, child?"
I thought it'd be rude to interrupt your class.
No, when I was picking out people with magical abilities, you didn't say anything.
Because I don't have magical abilities?
Do you mean to say you're unaware of them?
I guess. How does one become aware of something you never knew was a thing?
That's an ability I can teach you if you want. Though it requires patience, time, and diligent study, one can become proficient to the point where you could detect magical signatures, including that which resides into others. You,
Usually I just
like Wanda, harbor great potential. Magical.
Oh, that's cool. Usually I can just tell by people's vibes, you know?
She like flinches a bit. Guess that's a very mundane way of putting it.
Yeah, like storm's like a soothing thing, and one is just like this small flame of the vibes.
You must call them that. The ability to sense the supernatural is more than just vibes.
I'm gonna be honest, surprised, but that's pretty fucking cool.
You shall be attending the magic tutoring classes with the rest of them.
Oh, that's neat. I don't see why I would say no. It seems cool to learn magic.
I don't think I gave you the option of saying no.
You didn't. I was trying to make it sound nicer.
That would be a lie.
Wow. You must be great at parties.
I don't go to them. I would never know. Just gonna turn
I'm gonna
around and
stop
like
here.
walk away.
She's just gonna stop herself from saying anything else. She's like, Bobby's right.
Yeah. Once you all get transported to the training facility in the mountains, yeah, she's gonna start having classes with you as well. Claire might stop by every now and then to like listen in, but yeah, I think she'll establish. She'll say, so now that I have magically potent individuals, it's time to separate you Wanda, you and Tatiana will train as you possess most amount of potential in the room. Aurora, your powers are interesting, but your magical capabilities are still quite impressive for someone so young and untrained. Instinct can get you only so far. As she'll sort of begin teaching you how to manifest, how to channel different energies and sort of project them outwards through different incantations. At this point, she's trying to figure out what is gonna work, because she will inform you there are many ways to achieve the same result. It matters what source of power you tap into. Say, there's the power that comes from inside of us. There's the power that surrounds us that we can tap into. We can harness it, similarly to what Storm does. She is an excellent example. Someone who does that. Conjure up lightning and thunder, wind and rain. And then there's the third one. You tap into energies that are not necessarily native to Earth. Where you two come in. Is that Tatiana and Wanda? Your connection, chaos magic, is quite obvious to my senses. And I would like to teach you two how to utilize that without putting yourselves in danger.
If it's all right for me to ask a question,
Awesome.
what, if you say it comes from somewhere, where the hell does chaos magic come from?
Is
Is
a
it bad?
separate plane of existence than ours. You can think of it like that, or an alternate dimension. I've heard people call it many things over the years. It allows you to, well, it's simple applications. You can channel powerful chaotic energies with destructive capabilities. But at the height of its power, it would allow one to use their imagination more creatively. It would be used to enhance oneself, heal, create illusions. It's quite diverse in its application. So we'll begin by simply focusing on that while I talk to Aurora. As I mean, I assume you will like kind of follow her lead, right?
Yes.
As after some training, you will like pick up on it that she's paying Jack almost no attention.
Oh. Can we train with Jack sometimes? If that's all right? Because if she's not, we're just gonna hang out with Jack, right? At least.
Well, the question is like, are you gonna like, what are you gonna do about it immediately? No, ask me that as a GM.
No, yeah. Because I was just like, yeah. Tatiana's like, well, Jack, do you want to fucking? We've learned some stuff. We can swap notes, hang out, do some sparring with each other, I guess. Because I swear you probably know a lot more about magic stuff than I do.
See Agatha around the corner. We'll do no such thing.
Why?
Because bad practice reinforces mistakes. We'll be sparring with me and with one another. Jack is an example of, well, let's just say there is another way to perform magic that is more simpler in nature.
Well, is it all right
There are spells, ancient spells that, if one has the discipline and mental fortitude to learn, practice, sigils, symbols, more antiquated is something I am quite familiar with. I'll be teaching Jack some of the basics as he clearly lacks that.
Okay. Are you gonna teach him anytime soon? She kind of like glances at Jack, a bit confused, but starting to slowly get a little bit angry for her friend, basically.
Says, once I assure that you three will be able to, well, not blow yourselves up yet.
Tatiana like looks at Jack, gauging his reaction
Kind of
because
shrugs.
he.
Then it goes back in his like meditation pose.
Okay. What about meditating? Is that something that we should be doing too?
Well, not really. I don't. That's not a something related to magic. That is his personal choice to concentrate like that.
Okay. Okay, sure. I'll follow your lead on this one, Teach.
She like nods. As yeah. Eventually she'll get to him. She's just gonna like slam a couple of books in front of him and like start like explaining what he means.
Nerd shit.
He'll like look at that and be like, I'm not fucking learning Sanskrit, what the fuck? It's like most of these spells are cast through ancient languages and means that are quite antiquated. Now you will do it, or, well, I suppose that's where your limit will be. How are you even able to cast the meager spells you can? Jack kind of shrugs and says, I don't fucking know. She looks genuinely upset at this. Very well. And just like turns around and like turns back to Storm to like talk to her about something else if you wanna like intervene here.
Yeah, she's like, Jack, psst, Jack,
Yeah.
do you need help? Are you good? Are you okay? You want to cause some problems?
Listen. You keep a secret.
Yeah, yeah.
I learned way I picked up some of this bullshit is it just kind of like watch like my the old guy back at the monastery is kind of just waving his arms around. I never got that part, but the more I saw him do it, the more it kind of I was like kind of copying, you know, monkey see, monkey do.
Mm-hmm.
It worked.
Okay, that's pretty badass, but I don't think she's gonna do the monkey see, monkey do thing with you here.
Well, I'm just gonna sit back and observe. That's true. I should pretend to be. Like grabs one of the books and like goes into one of the corners and like starts pretending.
Let me know if you need me to cause problems on purpose.
Gonna nod. As but yeah, over the span of well, many days and weeks of training. She will inform that she herself, Agatha, comes from a long bloodline of powerful witches. And she does believe that magical capabilities, only those born with certain innate talents can truly become masters of the craft. And it becomes clear that she doesn't think Jack has those, and she's like, I'm not gonna bother with him. Gonna give him some basics and then just kind of like leave him to it.
Then what about the rest of us? I don't think I come from a long bloodline of witches.
Like, broach that subject with her, she'll be like, well, sometimes they are unaware of it. Sometimes innate talent does tend to rise out of places you least expect it. Not just witches who are, well, blessed with this gift. There are others, you and Wanda, like Storm.
So is it just like witches, or there, like you said, there are other magical things like
There
learning
are
and
there are
reading?
many magical sects and secret societies and orders. Some better than others. I've been around for some time, and I can say that most of them talk big. Well, when it comes down to it, they're much more concerned with tradition and, well, fickle things, unless interested in the exploration and development of the mystical arts themselves.
And I guess demons and other magic stuff is real. Like,
Yes. There are many powerful entities. Now they go by different names. Some people colloquially call them demons, aliens, gods, dragons, whatever you have. But at the end of the day, they're all different sides of our universe and realities that exist adjacent to ours. That some people have learned how to better interact with than others.
okay, so that's, you know what? I think I'm getting used to this stuff because that's not the craziest thing I've heard in my life.
She's gonna nod. Focusing, Tatiana, you and Wanda possess a gift that should be harnessed, developed. I cannot tap into chaos magic as you can. There's a great opportunity for you.
Is there like a cool magical contest where you get a trophy at the end for being the best, or is it like a thing?
Well, for me personally, I think the mere act of advancing magic is its own reward, but I suppose I could give you a trophy if that's what you want as motivation.
Yes.
Very well. Learn to cast some spells that I've prepared, and I will gift you a trophy. What about
Yes, thank
a ring?
you. Yes. Yes, I would appreciate that.
Yeah.
Is it...
Sorry, were you gonna say something?
No, she's good. She's not gonna ask too many questions about that. She just heard how you to get to the end of this.
Yeah. As he's gonna sort of Wanda will have a conversation like, I don't like her.
Yeah, she's not a nice person, and she definitely wouldn't care anything about us if we didn't have, I guess, the correct bloodline or power or whatever. So I get that fully. But Jack's not wrong. It's better to learn all you can, and then, you know, sounds callous when you say it like that, but it's an opportunity we can't really waste, right? And
Like
shoot.
nods.
look at Jack. Man is cool as a cucumber. Doesn't seem to really let that stuff rolls over him with no care at all.
I don't know. He does it. I would have like tried to kill her by now. She talked to
I
me
think
like
it's the
that.
meditation. I think it's all the meditation he does.
I'm gonna put laxatives in her drink.
At the very least,
Next time I get the chance, I'll do it.
try not to get caught. That's the most important thing.
I'll have Pietro do it. You know how fast he gotten recently? Oh, he can like come in and out. She won't even like be able to blink.
Ah, yeah, it's true. That's a surprise, though.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I thought he was gonna be more like Cynthia, you know, punch hard and eat bullets. But I guess he does need to chase after me all the time. So
You gave the powers you need the most in the moment, right? I think that's how
Yeah.
it works. Jokingly. Look, if nothing else, want to just talk to Jack if you ever get angry. He can calm you down usually. Maybe meditate. See if that helps. Seems to help him a lot too.
that's true. I can go in and not if that meditation is good as he claims.
Part of me feels like you took my words and did something else with them, but you know what? I'm proud of you no matter what happens.
As you should. So yeah, listen. At the end of the training, and let me double check again your character sheet.
Of course,
My
of course.
old man memory not being able to keep with soon to be 11 games. Only Hexball. That's the only like.
Yeah, that was the only one I got.
Yeah. Just gonna give you the reward as a reward, like a small ring. It has like it looks like a ruby on it. We'll say that is a pebble from, well, a special place.
Ah, it looks nice.
She's sort of, you know, well, you wanted one, so suppose a stone infused from the Crimson Dimension should suffice.
That sounds pretty badass.
Once you achieve higher levels of power, be able to do things that will go dwarf this, and I guess gain more prizes.
Well, bling usually can entice a girl to do much.
Suppose so.
So does it like do anything? Does it like glow in the dark or something?
It is, well, I would say one of a kind, but well, technically you can get, if you will ever be able to access the dimension, probably be able to get as much stone as you want. But no, it doesn't
Cool.
do anything.
This isn't like a family heirloom thing, right? I don't want to be that
I made
type
it
of person.
myself.
Ah, I will cherish it dearly.
Yeah, no. Flashback completed.
Imagine how fun it would have been if we could have done that in real time.
Yeah.
Grunt's vengeance is now stated. He will not kill you, Red. He will not hire an assassin to shoot you.
I'm not willing not to believe that Grunt won't have another assassin on standby. I know him.
Yeah, as well.
So we to call them assassins. They're called the shoes.
That's also the truth. They
Oh,
are
no,
shoes.
I was talking about a real life assassin. Shoot Red.
So-
That's not real.
what's that dot in my window?
You think hate went to work, but actually,
It's driving up right now. He's trying to the airport.
we'll cut back to modern times well, the sort of quarantine is over. You're all about to let around, or let
Loose.
loose. Yes, thank you, man. As what is
I am actually wounded. I have 5 health. I don't know if I have to roll or anything for that though.
can recover like 1 more health.
Nice. I don't think it changed on my side. I have to refresh the page. Hold on.
As actually, I'll be nice. I'll give you like 2 because you've done nothing. But so
Mm.
you get to rest, recover a bit. As Eddie will set out to find this tailor and requisition a couple of suits. As Scott will also leave to sell his Porsche. He has money to finance it.
Oh, no, Claire feels so bad for poor Scott, his car.
Oh no! What will he ever do without the Porsche?
That's what's the point of it. That's true.
Ugh, cry me the
birthday.
fucking smallest violin. That's actually gonna want to go Bobby Little saying, like, are you actually gonna cry over the Porsche?
Oh, no. Oh, no, it's not that big of a deal.
I don't know. I saw a tear right there.
It's more about the spirit about giving up a gift.
Yeah, but Tatiana was like steward.
That's actually kind of fair. Wait, who the fuck gifted the Porsche actually? Because I don't know.
Probably would have been Charles. Well, I mean Charles, I guess.
Yeah, because I was like, wait, who the fuck gifted the Porsche? Wait, hold on, fuck, what? Wait, actually, what? Now me, man, just realized, wait, what the fuck?
Well, Scott wanted a Porsche. Charles gave him one.
Wait, actually, Claire actually realized that. Actually, Claire. Wait, who should you fucking right? What the fuck?
Oh, Bob is like, what? Have like a moment of enlightenment?
I don't know. It feels like it. But no, it's nothing.
But you like never asked Xavier for like weird shit?
I never asked him for a luxury sports car. Just kind of dawned on me. Wait, why
Well,
did Scott ask?
I guess sucks to be you. You should have done that when you were younger.
God damn it. God damn.
Listen, you snooze, you lose. Walk away.
She did actually, what the fuck? Turn like,
Yeah, no, listen, Xavier, I'll remind you, Xavier is an actual billionaire. He has the infinite money.
Listen,
I really looked at Claire. Did you never ask him for anything?
Yeah.
no, I didn't want to ask him beyond the essentials.
No, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't ask him for a fucking Porsche. I thought there were limits.
I think give him like some pocket change, but mostly bought a few bucks, but nothing. Claire actually has a cat. God damn it.
I mean,
You don't even really have to justify it. Like honestly, I just told him like I wanted like the model buildings because like it gave me something to focus on that wasn't just like combat training, and he was just happy enough to
I mean,
oblige.
yeah. Professor gave me a cool bit of camera equipment over the years.
I mean, that's some. Mostly also got some of my personal items, so that I can help on a job of a salary, but I try to be modest with. Get that.
I don't think
Definitely.
Professor knows what modest is. I think it comes when you're rich, you know?
Bob will just kind of say from the other room as he's like snacking or something. Says, oh, not exactly. I asked for stuff and I got turned down.
I mean, you asked for like a jet one time.
Yeah, so
Well, you gotta be able to use the puppy eyes as well, Bobby. You kind of suck at that.
Do you think the problem, Bobby's, was too big? Because, like, apparently, do you think if you asked for a helicopter, he would have given you that?
Yeah, I think Cynthia's
Damn
right.
it. So right, I should have.
See, this is why you come to the group and workshop ideas. You don't just do it on your own.
Well,
ask
then
for a
listen, I
motorcycle.
also asked for like a bulldozer once. Didn't gave me that either.
Oh, Bobby, what would you done with a bulldozer? Come on. Even I know you can't start with that.
Well, I was like wanted to like test Cynthia's like resistance to like pressure, but
Okay, wait. When did you ask this? Because, like, was this in the same, like, kind of, like, week where I also asked him if, like, because I did kind of ask him if, like, we could get one of those, like, crushing things and, like, see if it could crush my hand.
yeah,
Or if, like, I could.
yeah, I think it was around the same time.
Oh my gosh, guys. See, this is why you wait for your birthday for these things as well. You gotta wait for the big events. He feels bad when he says no.
Like that, I can't believe you all exploited this.
Absolutely. I'm gonna look. If I play my cards right, I'm gonna ask for a motorcycle on my birthday, and I think I can get this right. I can get Logan to help me with this.
As unfortunately one that will be in the room, as she says, I don't think after like he figures out what we're doing, we're gonna get any more gifts.
Listen.
Yeah, I think
That's if he
plan is
figures out.
How is he gonna figure it out?
It's a matter of
Yeah.
time. It's a matter of time. It's a clock.
Even if we like disguise ourselves and run around the city doing vigilante stuff, he knows what we can do.
One, I feel like you're just not having faith.
But listen. Okay, a guy got kidnapped. If we save that guy before he figures out, I think he'll be less mad.
I don't think he'll
Cynthia's
be
right.
mad because we do it. I think that he's mad because we didn't like tell him about it. You're
right. I think he's gonna be mad we didn't tell somebody. Do you think if we told Logan, like Logan would like help us and not like immediately knock on us?
Gene immediately
No.
perks up. Yeah, no. Logan will snitch
No.
immediately.
No. I think
Just-
probably Wanda's father will probably be, but I don't think if he's around, I think he might be
There's
busy.
no way we're telling Wanda's dad.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Wanda's
that's-
eyes, Wanda and Piotr's eyes go wide. No.
His heart will kick all our asses, and then he won't be nice about it. No.
Yeah, that's gonna lock us up.
That might have a bit of a character misjudgment then. Anyway, it's probably... But yeah, it's then yeah.
No, she's go ahead.
I think most of us will get to have money supply will probably be tough to come by. At least I think he'll pay for rent.
I mean, yeah, he already pays for rent. He rented the entire fucking building block for you. Pays like 100K a month.
Listen, we just
New
need
York.
to,
Yeah, Cynthia will say, yeah. I mean, yeah. I hope he keeps paying the rent. None of us have fucking jobs.
Oof.
We are, in fact, I did just realize this. None of us have gainful employment. We are, in fact, just bum college students who are looking to beat people up in alleyways.
Listen.
Yes,
One thing the professor always said is that our jobs are to gain an education and be members of society, and I think we're doing that. We're doing what he told us.
I think my dad would have said we are hooligans.
We're cool hooligans.
As everyone is like cracking jokes about this, Jack will up like, okay, but there's a lot of us, and New York's a big place, so I presume we're all gonna split up in teams, right?
Yeah, probably at least one team for each borough. Maybe even subdivide the boroughs.
Is
Who
that
cares about Staten Island now?
Like, yeah, split up into groups of what, like 4?
Well, yeah, alright. There's like, what, 12 of us? Count.
Furling the scroll.
12. Because he doesn't count Eddie as a fucking vigilante.
No.
Eddie cannot, in
What?
fact, go. I mean, he can, but
So he can't. He can
You'll
just try.
suffer greatly.
He refuses to get the special training origin.
Mhm.
He doesn't realize you can just regenerate health with it. It's getting out. You just get the martial arts regenerate health ability.
just achieve inner key, and then like just fucking suck it up.
Even better than fucking healing factor. It's hilarious.
Yeah. As yeah, Jack will say so. You know each other way better than I. How do you think it's best to split up?
I mean, when we were doing training, it was typically we were broken up into specific groups. I think like going along similar lines like that would be the best, at least to start off with.
Mm.
That'll change later.
That's true. We usually have what was it? Team leaders and anyone covering each other's weaknesses.
Jack will gesture for you to go on.
If I remember correctly, last time around it was me, Sai, Jack, and who else was with us that time?
And the last infiltration was our team was Sai, me, you, and Jack.
Yes, that's right.
I don't think that. No, I'm saying like what we're doing during training. That was an actual mission.
During training, we must.
I don't know what the training team's for.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I will make them the fuck
I was
up
gonna
right
say
now.
you can make them up right now.
Yeah, Claire will make them up right now. Well, for us, we mostly stuck together so it was since early on. I believe Bobby, Scott, and well, I mean, the teams mostly emerged as people came along.
Bobby will say, "Well, we've always were me, Scott, and Jean at the very least."
They will not.
Mhm.
Pietro and Wanda are siblings. I think they also complement their powers respectively.
As Sai will say, "I will pair up with them. Should be able to keep them in check." Wanda's like, "What is that supposed to mean?"
I mean, you do have chaos magic, so chaos is quite literally in your nature.
Sai will say, "That's the least of my problems." There's one that sort of like kind of does a frown face but doesn't say anything. Jack will say, "Well, that well, she is gonna let her talk like that because she's like technically correct."
She's right. She's right.
Jack will say, "Well, at least Storm."
Oh, that's just like a powerhouse right there.
As the, and I was just gonna say, I'll be honest, none of us have team leader capabilities. Jack will nod at that.
So 3 teams of 4 then?
Sai nods. As Bobby says, nah, we take Storm. Fuck you, Sai. Sai looks confused, but then says, well, I'll be honest, then I will prefer to work rogue, as well, me and Jack have had our differences. I don't want that to impact the work.
Jack, you're with us. High five.
He's gonna, like, if you keep it up, he's gonna grudgingly high five you.
Yes.
You realize this is not like a summer camp, right?
Of course, it's not a summer camp.
Remember, you almost died. You.
Listen,
I'm
I could
sorry.
die any moment at any time of the day. What am I going to be, a coward? Come on.
Careful.
I'm always careful.
No, you weren't.
No.
Guys, yeah, okay, yeah. I'll try not to die. How about that?
Want me to high five you again and not just smack you over the head? Try that again.
We'll work together as a team to ensure everyone survives. Huh?
And like sit down and lean back in an armchair.
He's excited. He's very
I'm
excited.
gonna put it, but Claire, put it on. Listen. I'm sure we can manage. Listen, at least we're not Psy managing Wanda.
That's true. We're managing her stepsister Tatiana. That's yeah.
Hey,
no,
now.
she did say that like out loud. He's not like hiding it.
Yeah,
Claire's a bit quieter, but yeah,
Hey now, I presume we're like more than just stepsisters.
Wanda says, "That's right. We're also best friends."
Yes, exactly.
Jack sort of gets in his meditative pose and like closes his eyes.
He's so excited about this, guys.
Wanda will fling a pillow in his foot. Gonna just get hit in the head by it. Pops down next to him.
he's a chat. He doesn't care.
You can see he is quite annoyed at it, but will not say anything. Try to ignore her. Yeah.
Presume we need a way to communicate with each other just in case things go crazy, especially since there's apparently maybe some people looking for us too.
I'll attempt to get some
Sorry, go ahead.
I'll attempt to get some raiders. I don't think we can borrow the stuff at the hangar.
Listen,
Gina-
I forgot what year it was. I keep thinking it's the time where there's no cell phones, but more than that, just in case.
Yeah, that is the cell phones, the bricks that there are, they're not very
Spec off missions.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
yeah. Give in the group. Well, it sucks.
Mm-hmm.
It's, Bobby will say, well, we could just steal them. I mean, he will notice the Blackbird missing, right? Or like some of the gear. Devices. He's gonna like see those. No. And if he does, then we can just like ask him, hey, Professor, what were you gonna use them on?
I think that's a genius idea.
It's an idea.
Fair enough. I don't think he'd be happy with us either way, so I think that would be the least of his worries.
As yeah, no, listen. Sai will say, me and Pietro will be able to steal them. We're the best at getting in and out of places.
Aw.
If you want to help Tatiana, could you?
I'm happy to go. I thought you'd never ask.
Yeah, no, the three of them would depart back to sneak into the hangar where you keep all the gear and steal some of the comm devices. As between someone who can phase through walls, someone who moves at like super fast speeds, and a teleporter, that's not really a challenge to steal them. It's actually quite easy. While they're doing that, I'm not sure if the other you two want to do anything while you wait.
I think, yeah, honestly, I think Cynthia is going to talk to Anne. Yeah, she'll say, and she'll actually just look at it and she'll just say, so when Tatiana talks like that, completely not caring about the fact that she almost died, is that what I sounded like a year ago?
Yep. I'm actually surprised you picked up on it.
Oh, holy shit! I'm sorry. It's
Yeah, it's awful, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, no, it was a trying time for my nerves. But I'm glad you got over it. Slightly.
Cynthia's just gonna smile and she'll just say, hey, listen. Apparently, it sounds like if I'm on the team with Tatiana, I will have to I will have to be the one to take it because she seems to think she doesn't think that she has my powers. She doesn't.
Most of us can't take bullets and generate quickly, so be careful with her.
Be careful with all of them. And
At least you have a fun team. My team is, I feel like I'm gonna have a headache.
this Wanda's very fun.
Yeah, but how do you think she's gonna deal when Sai bosses her around?
She's going to do something reckless and stupid.
Mm-hmm. And then Sai will be upset, and then Pietro will defend his sister because that's what he always does. And I will just kind of have to like either bang their heads together or just bang my head against the wall until I can stop hearing them.
Cynthia's just gonna say, I mean, if that's the worst thing that happens to you, I'd be all right with that.
Like laugh a bit on that. Yeah, well, at least well, I was gonna say you have at least someone in your team. Jack doesn't talk too much, but well, does strike me as someone with an attitude problem sometimes.
A bit. Listen, I know it's rich coming from me, considering stuff I usually do and did, and will regrettably probably have to do in the future. Just be careful. Try to stay as safe as you can.
She'll smile and say, "It's for you too, Miss Bulletproof."
Listen, I promise if they bring out the heavy ordnance, I'll take cover right after I make sure Tatiana is actually behind the wall too.
She'll smile and nod. As probably about like a day or so after, as you all sort of probably like a couple of days later, well, the news will report on the attack as like gang violence. It's still like there's a lot of people who are quite confused. There is still a big scandal going about. Luckily, no one was hurt, so nobody was like hurt. No one was killed, rather, I should say. There were people hurt. No one died. So the media is still like in an uproar. You can like every fucking evening there you can see like James Jonah Jameson just fucking shouting at local authorities and fucking lambasting city government, the city council for not fucking doing this, and like just taking them and nailing them to the fucking wall. So yeah, it's still a big scandal even later. As he really is for now. Like, god damn it, no more vigilantes. No. As he does, listen, he can take a break from the Spider-Man hate for like a week. Bastard.
It's fine. We will save Peter Parker by like diverting his attention.
But yeah, no. As eventually, several days later, Eddie will sort of bring all of you these pretty well made suits. It's a combination between like tactical gear with certain like protective elements, with like masks and all, something that can disguise you. You won't look. It's not too flashy, but at the same time, he points out certain benefits of having these, as it should conceal you, and well, his tailor won't. They'll say this guy doesn't like talk, so we're at least safe on that aspect. These are flexible, resistant, easy to wash.
Awesome.
Cool.
You have like pockets for all sort of like first aid things, and depending if some of you want to use weapons or not, but I think that's like not that many. Yeah, you have pockets. I know, Red. I know.
We have proper chest rigs here.
These clothes were in fact not designed for women. But yeah, and they're also not pajamas, so it's impressive.
Claire was scared for 5 seconds that they were gonna bring in colored clothing. Go on.
No, don't worry. It's dark green, gray military fatigues to the light. Why it get so dark in here? The gamma.
Listen. It's like, look, listen. It has a bit of color. That's not completely. It's not completely dark, okay? Think like Daredevil season 2 costume. everything is like, because I assume we would have given some specifications. They're not gonna be like flamboyant, but you can add like your own like personal touch when you like
You know.
requested the thing. No capes though.
Honestly,
Get the fuck out. Smack you. Anyone even brings them up.
listen, it's machine washable. That's also the most important thing as well.
But yeah, as you'll be sort of split apart, and then Scott will say, listen, let's not be ambitious. One borough for each team, that's an insane amount of area to cover. Remember, classes literally start next week. So we also have to attend those. So let's just focus on Manhattan. Each take like a neighborhood. And you rotate, so we try and cover as much as possible, okay?
Quick question. I think it's one of the most important one, but quick question. If we're doing the whole secret identity thing, we need code names, right?
Like
She's right.
nods, yeah.
Yes.
Well, does anyone know our actual names outside of us?
Come on, you don't want a superhero name though?
No, but that's what he's saying. Like, you can't just use the nicknames you gave yourselves back.
Like Iceman, for
Oh,
example,
yeah.
Bobby. Like Iceman.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because
like
we already
back
talked
when
about
you-
everyone else.
Several years when you discussed this for the first time.
Yeah, it's only relevant for people like Claire who like refused to have a
'Cause I don't,
nickname.
I don't think Scott brought up his because I don't think he would have called himself Cyclops
No,
after
he
the
did.
trauma.
He did, Carlton. What?
Oh, okay. Sorry,
Yeah.
I apologize. That's on me.
I think Claire would be the only one who doesn't and will have a nickname. I think.
Okay. Yeah, she agrees then.
God, what? I hate Jean Grey's superhero name though.
What's she great against
Stupid.
Phoenix? That's fine.
No,
Yeah,
it's...
Marvel Girl.
You know what, Mac? You're so right. Jean can say, you know what? I'm gonna. I never picked one before.
Mm-hmm.
You did your whole little thing. I think I'm gonna go Phoenix.
Ooh, badass.
Yeah, has a good ring to it, right?
Absolutely.
So I will say I will use my code name from back when I was dealing with the organization.
Yeah. Claire will say, "This is my power stamp from Czar." They'll simply say the Czarina.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys already know me as a Blink. I think I'll stick with that one. So.
Cynthia will just shrug and she'll say, honestly, just calling myself Knights, honestly. Yeah.
What was that?
What was what?
What was the superhero nickname?
For Cynthia, like, it's Knight. Like, technically,
Knight.
like, that's her last name, but she would also just, like, Knight alone is, like, yeah.
Wait a minute. Like,
No, I think the
Cyclops will
I
look
think
at
the-
you and be like, Knight. Not the worst one, I guess.
you could
I
do
like,
Knight.
I like to think of myself as a knight in shining armor. I did say princess after all.
That was good. That was good.
Anna will say, Well, unluckily for you, I'm not really a princess. I am a rogue. Jack shakes
Well,
his head.
yeah, we'll just have to agree to disagree.
Anna was gonna say, "Don't make me like touch you."
I think that's what she wants.
I think that's
Don't
what she
let me-
wants.
Jack will just say, "That's so stupid."
So, what are you gonna call yourself, sorcerer?
Yeah, Jack.
Oh God. Do I really have to? Nobody knows I exist, though.
Yes, come on. The spirit of things, Jack. Come
You can
on.
either make one up yourself, or we can make up one up for you.
I mean, we can call him Harry Potter. He's a wizard.
Oh. Copyright,
could.
copyright.
The boy who lived. The boy who lived.
Hmm.
I want to find something. How much of a hack should I be now?
You should always be a hack.
Hold
You are
on.
running a Marvel
Hack
game.
away.
You should hack. You should always be a hack.
Hack away, brother.
Say, well. Doesn't give me a moment. I need to find a way to phrase it so it like actually is falls off the tongue a bit better. Yes, I am a fucking sorcerer, aren't I?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just I'm not gonna be okay. You're gonna laugh, but I think it's funnier if you like ever like actually hears about this. Guess I'm gonna call myself Merlin.
Ooh, that's cool. Who's gonna laugh about this?
Well, let's just
I
say
guess.
Merlin is not like an actual joke. Like, you should-
There's a guy called Merlin out there.
I'm not sure if he's alive or not, because these like sorcerers can live like centuries, but I'm pretty sure at some point somebody was called Merlin, and he existed, and he was like one of the most powerful sorcerers around.
You just telling us now that okay, you know what?
I mean, demons,
I'm taking it in stride.
I mean, demons. Generals of demons exist, so makes sense that some myths are probably real, which is not many of them.
I'll be honest, Claire. At this point, I just assume everything is real.
Well, listen, over the centuries, I think humanity probably exaggerated or underplayed certain things from myths. I don't trust every myth.
Claire, I was literally told about a mystical fucking village in the mountains. Not the one I was saved by. No, like an actual one that was in a separate dimension. Home to like a Chinese godless. Trust me, there's some weird shit out there. No, I'll just assume everything is real.
If you spend too much time thinking about it,
In fact, I
Tatiana
think
just
the
get-
legends that get passed down are like much more of a watered down version.
Yeah. So Tatiana, just move with the flow. I think there is no point in breaking your head over it.
That is just like it's so fucking cool. What do you mean that they? You know what? You're right. Yeah,
Demons also exist, and they probably want to hurt us.
Yeah, but
evil
demons don't
god-
sound as cool as the
I want
idea of
all of
Merlin
you to
being a
be
thing.
me. I want all of you of vigilance.
Ah.
Yeah, Cynthia, you don't see it, but Tatiana and Claire, you definitely pick up on it. Once and Claire says, yeah, there are demons out there and they want to hurt her. Jack does like flinch for a second. Like he's trying to keep his poker face on.
Yeah, I think
Gentlemen, Claire will not mention it. She will knows it, but she will not mention it right now in front of everybody. She will say sorry later.
yeah, same with Tata. She will take note of it, but won't try to put to him in the
Cynthia,
spotlight.
totally clueless.
Mhm.
What kind of say? If I should call myself Ironclad instead, do you think like they expect me to be in a suit of armor? They wouldn't expect my skin to basically be iron.
True, you can go something cool like the Iron Maiden or something like that, you know?
I don't think we should project our names on
What about like
clan
Wonder
versus-
Woman though?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a DC property. I think that's a.
You know what?
copyright.
You know what?
Sniper
You know what?
rifle
I-
kicks in through the window, kills whoever said that.
You know what? You know what? Here's what he's gonna say. You know that I like that actually. As the interdimensional lawyer is being deployed, he's walking over.
That's what Paradox. You see, that's how Paradox funds itself. You see, and like the fucking GCU, they just kill They just deal with copyright disputes.
Listen, they're both Marvel and DC. I don't give a
But yes, Grunt. Listen, Wonder Woman. I'll embrace the hackery.
Was Bobby who for a reference?
But Claire will mention, but I don't think we should aim for our names to be popular. I think these should be internal code names.
Bobby's gonna be like,
Yeah, but in the future, though.
yeah, I was gonna
hypothetically.
say,
Mhm.
you did see like the Spider-Man news coverage, right? Like that's all
But
over the news every week.
Yes, but I don't think we should give interviews to the news. I think the media will give us nicknames.
Oh, do you think
I don't
do you think Spider-Man gives interviews? No, listen. You need to like shout it often enough so that people like get it. I think you don't want like a stupid nickname.
Oh, yeah. Oof.
Like, I don't care what the media calls me. Ideally, we want to avoid any cameras, but I don't think. I mean, that's impossible. But
Of course, Claire.
Jack will say so. Does he like what do you mean he like says his name? Does he like?
also, Claire also paid up. Like, does he actually do that? By the way,
Well, he's called the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. I think that's a thing he said at one point.
That's something. If any of you would like watch the recording, that is something he calls himself quite often.
Mm-hmm.
Jack's like,
Look.
oh, do I have to talk to myself in the third person?
I mean, if you want, might be a little weird, but if you want to, we
no.
won't make fun of you for it.
Well, we'll figure this out as we go. But yeah, no. With that, the nicknames, with the costumes, the communication devices, everything's set up. You will sort of split up the neighborhoods of Manhattan to like start out small. And well, after drawing fucking sticks, Team 1 has been assigned to Hell's Kitchen.
Fancy that.
fancy that. I wonder. I'm sure nothing bad will happen in Hell's Kitchen. I'm sure nothing bad will happen to Frank's family.
Listen.
I'm sure nothing.
Everything that happens bad in Manhattan, like it's mostly concentrated in Hell's Kitchen.
Listen, the crack pipe theory is that Frank actually does have superpowers. He generates a crime field. if I ever left Hell's Kitchen, suddenly crime free.
Listen,
He's
if
he's the manifestation of over policing.
you wanna fucking go in Queens, stay the fuck here. Listen, it's much better. But yeah, as your first night, technically, sort of go around, would be as Eddie will say. Well, while you all accustomed with that, I guess I should start seeing what's what, catch up with Felicia.
Yeah. Be careful though. Don't get hurt. And
Well, if everyone's
Huh?
gonna do something, I don't wanna like just stand around and do nothing.
Is it private conversation or is Claire there?
I assume this is like with everyone around.
Yeah, Claire's
yeah.
I think honestly, you should be staying careful.
I'm gonna be honest, Eddie. I feel like without you, we would have spent the past how many couple of fucking years basically moving around in the dark. Like basically every source of information that we have gained has mostly been from you.
So not long. Listen, I think you should be taking care of you again. You should take care of yourself first, Tatiana. Eddie was an almost killed and shot.
Don't worry. I'll be careful the first night. Promise.
Jack smacks you over the head.
Ow.
I'm not gonna warn you
Is
from
that-
now on. I'm just gonna like do it.
Oh, okay, fine. I don't know what that was for, but fine.
I think I-
We're gonna teach you self-preservation.
Guys, don't worry. It's gonna be okay. We got this. Eddie. Well, Cynthia's right. Without you, we will be in the dark. So just be careful too.
Unlike you, I actually am. He says, not even bothering to like hide the lie. Yeah, we'll sort of split apart as your long night will begin. As I want everyone to give me a vigilance roll.
Yeah, but before that, I'm sorry. No, goddamn.
But
I don't know. I know Claire wanted to apologize. I don't want to make it seem like Claire wanted to apologize to Jack in between, like about the demon comment.
You can have a chat with him, like you go out.
Hey, just a little thing I noticed when I mentioned the demon comic, to comment. I noticed that you it's a memory side. I'm sorry for bringing anything up. I'll try to avoid in the future.
That's quite alright. You're more correct than you know. They do want to hurt us, and they'll use anything they can get on us to do it.
Well, no, you should never trust the devil. That's all. That's what every fairy tale tries to teach you.
Yeah, for a good fucking reason.
Okay, well, not. Just want to clear that up.
He nods. Wait.
Roll.
Well, and you, as you are all sort of gonna either walk around the streets, some of you with better mobility like Tatiana, you can teleport up to certain vantage points, scan the area, and like 2 a.m. in the morning, you notice, oh, there's like a couple of people in an alleyway. It seems like they are exchanging large amounts of money, as you see in the sort of back of like the trunk of a car nearby. Several, by the looks of it, automatic rifles being sold, most likely.
Oh shit. She would immediately teleport back to the others like, hey guys, I notice well, it looks like someone's selling weapons, guns, something in the alleyway. Look like heavy duty firepower over there.
Let's not waste time.
Jackson
On it.
say, we're just gonna like charge in.
I can at the very least teleport into the car and
I'm-
get the keys out.
I'm basically bulletproof. It's my plan. The rest of you shouldn't do that.
Okay.
I can teleport into the car and take the keys out so they can't drive away with the weapons. In and out?
Yeah. Kind of like shakes his head, almost like he's shaking off like his own inner thoughts.
You okay?
Yeah, I just have a bad feeling about this. That's all.
It's a pre-game nerves.
You can go fuck yourself.
So, Claire, any thoughts on ad 2?
I'll try to flank around from the other side of the alley. I mean, that's the only thing I'll probably try to do.
Okay.
And Jack can probably cover. Actually, I think this might be a bit. Depends. Might be a bit too obvious.
Jack will point out, like, well, technically you can just send Cynthia in if you're just content on clobbering them. They literally can't do anything to her.
And we're trying to subdue them, right? Make sure to give them to the proper authorities.
Yeah. But yeah. So I should look kind of confused at that. Like, of course.
With like their cracked skulls.
You
Severe brain damage.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just want to make sure it's said out loud. Yeah.
He's subdued. He's not getting up. Ever.
Subdued, yeah.
Yeah, no, Cynthia, you can just like walk into like the back alley as like the men will turn to you as like, hey there, buddy. I think that's enough. But you turn the fuck around and find somewhere else to skulk.
I'm just curious. What are you doing back here?
None of your fucking business. There's like 4 guys you can see.
I really like it to be my business, though.
Well, just you have like a fucking death wish. Get the fuck out. Man, like looks at you with incredulity. What did you? Someone
Sorry, that-
roll?
I hit Hexbolt by mistake 'cause I was trying to read the
Oh,
thing. That
okay.
was all. I got out the way. Sorry.
We just see Hexbolt fly across the.
I mean, yeah, technically.
As Cynthia is just going to say, not really. As she's just gonna keep going forward.
As you like take a couple of steps, the man will just kind of like aim a gun at you, a handgun. Okay, last fucking chance, Missy.
Pull the trigger.
Like turns to the others and they start laughing at this.
Cynthia hasn't stopped.
Yeah, as you like get close, he will just kind of like aim for your leg as he like pulls the trigger and like the bullet just fucking ricochets and they are all like have like a moment, like it takes them to process this.
You might have missed. Try it again.
He just shoots again as the second bullet just ricochets off. What the fuck?
So, do you want to just put the guns down, get on the floor, and play nice, or
They all bolt. They scatter in different directions.
don't know if the others are going to do anything?
I was gonna say, like, I'm waiting to see how everyone reacts.
Oh, okay, I was, yeah, like, at the very least, I presume we were gonna try to catch him, because Tatiana would try to do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask you to spend like how much for each, or actually no, because it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can do it. So, well, it will be an agility roll. I feel like.
Yeah. No, thank you.
Yeah, Tatiana, you blink as you land on top of one of them, and I was like, "What the fuck? What the?" I see like you slam him into the ground.
Yes.
What's Claire doing?
Yeah, Claire is sadly I cannot take them out non-lethally with my gun, and I don't want to. But I don't think even if I did turn into the flamethrower, I don't think my face pals would be of much use here.
Phase
my face.
powers.
Yeah, face, but I don't think they'll be much use here, and I don't want to like trigger the flamethrower anyway.
Well, if you use phase walk, you can catch up to them easier since you don't have to actually. You can just walk through.
That's true, but how obvious? By the way, would the costume help with the flame form, or would still be super obvious?
No, it's pretty obvious. It's like the moment the costume is when the flame form goes off.
Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah.
Because even if Tatiana, like, there's still like 4 guys. Let's say one can be caught by Cynthia because he was like up close, but like the other 3, it's gonna be much more difficult. And Jack also doesn't have non-lethal restraining methods.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, lightning. Yeah. No, Claire will stay back with I have 2 enough of me to interrogate them. These are probably local gangsters. She thinks that there's no reason to reveal.
Yeah, I mean, well, Tatiana, are you gonna like? Yeah, you can't unfortunately catch all of them.
Yeah, I presume that she has a way to restrain him or something on her hand, like to tie his hands or like a plastic.
Yeah, you can have like
tie
zip ties, just kind of quickly.
Yeah.
Give me another agility roll. Maybe catch like one more.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Oof,
as you like try and they move after the other ones, they kind of scattered and you can't like don't really know where they went. Cynthia, are you gonna stop the one that was like near you, or at least try to?
Yeah.
Now, if you want to do it non-lethally, I'm gonna need an agility roll. If you're gonna just fucking whack him, you can give me a melee roll. Up to you.
Yeah, I'll try with agility.
Yeah, that's
12.
enough. That's enough to tackle him as you pin him up against the wall, kind of him dropping the gun on the floor. As you manage to like zip tie his hands.
She's just going to say. And she's just going to say, yeah, as she's going to say as she's doing it. Try not to struggle too much. If I try not to struggle too much, I can break fucking concrete with my hands. So don't make me lose my cool.
No worries, no worries. I'm chill. I don't plan on doing anything. Where?
All right. Cynthia will take a look around. Did you get the rest of them?
No, I only got one. The rest of them scattered out. I couldn't get to them quick enough, sorry.
Is what it is. But two's enough.
Yeah, she presumably would drag the other one closer if she can, or
Yeah.
at least, yeah.
Both of them look shit scared.
So, what was the deal you guys were doing here? Let's see, see the merchandise.
Listen, man, we're just selling some guns.
Were you just middlemen, or?
Yeah. Listen. I don't know anything about that. I just take the guns. We sell them.
Don't know anything, huh? Don't know where you got the guns from. Don't know who gave them to you. Don't know who the people you were selling to worked for.
No. I swear.
Is it
Cynthia's
possible?
just gonna look at Tiana and Claire, and she's gonna say, I think that's the most obvious fucking lie I've heard in my life.
Yeah. Buddy, man, come on. You can tell us. You got no option, really.
I swear I don't know anything.
So you just randomly given a bunch of guns, and I can assume money, randomly, because no one's up to you to give them to you.
We just sell the guns and then just drop off the money and like we take a cut. It's simple, I swear.
There we bingo. Drop the money off. Where?
She's gonna like mumble an address, like a nervous, like chatter of teeth, and like babbling.
You got any other questions?
Yeah, like how big is this operation going? Is it just a random one-time thing, or is it like everyone does this every week type of situation?
Where you get the merchandise from?
Listen, we just get it. You don't ask questions.
And what, you sell them to a local thug on the corner and then make some cash that way?
Yeah.
That's not a lot of hesitation right there, buddy.
Listen, you don't ask questions. Come on, no, listen. I'll be honest. You all sound new at this. Listen.
Claire's gonna take one of the guns. Claire's gonna take one of those guns out of the thing, and will basically kind of like looking bored. She is just going to actually snap it over her fucking knee.
They both sort of like stare at that for a moment, processing the scene before their eyes.
There you go. Feel like I snapped you out of that display.
Are you gonna kill us?
God, no. But it could make sure that it's not going to be the cops who pick you up. It's going to be paramedics. Your bones are about as easy to break.
They just kind of both shut down.
Well, seems they're pretty scared of something. I think even more than you, Claire.
Cynthia, I think Cynthia.
Cynthia, I'm sorry. I apologize. Yeah, more than you, Cynthia.
Got an address, and I'm pretty sure. Do you think that? Do you think people would call the cops over to the two gunshots? I'm not sure.
This is New York. We can try to leave them close to a cop station and hope for the best. And also, is there anything in this van that could be useful, maybe? Outside of, the guns they were planning to sell to people?
I will point out I have intentionally just been saying to you guys
Yeah, it's on me. So yeah, just replace it with our code names.
It's fine. The epic prank is
I will
I
make you.
will
I will make you
names.
listen. I will make you roll a logic roll. Let's see if you like bundle this up. I feel like maybe this is something Tatiana would like slip up in conversation. Nah, you're fine.
saved.
Listen,
Yeah, like,
listen, secret identities. Not the easiest thing to get used to
Yeah.
overnight.
Yeah, no, Claire would just say like, no, we can call the cops after we're done here with them. They can deal with the legal weapons.
Sounds good.
Is there anything in the car, or is it just
Yeah,
the
no,
weapons and stuff?
it's just the weapons. There's nothing really
Okay.
else of importance.
Don't extract anything more from them.
Yeah. You gentlemen just sit tight here. Cops be here eventually.
Yeah, you sort of walk out of the alleyway as you call the police for them. And Jack's just gonna has been staring at this for a distance as you make your way. Says, that's was not like. You want to actually get information from them or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Then don't call the cops just yet. And stay out of the alleyway. Keep an eye out. He's
You gonna do weird
walk
magic
in.
shit?
Yeah. As you see him pull out a knife and like walk in.
Oh,
Cynthia's actually gonna say, "What are you gonna do with that?"
I've done that before. They can live through it. Even get better if they get some medical attention in time. Not gonna get them talk if you just like pose for them.
is that a step too far here, guys? I don't know if torching for information is a good thing.
I'm not sure how comfortable I am with that. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna vote that we don't do that, Jack.
The knife away. Well, then, we didn't really get Jack and shit, so.
Hey, at the very least, we came to help and stop people. So
At
one
that point, Cynthia's actually gonna go back into the alleyway. And she's gonna lean over. She's gonna say, "Okay, the reason I'm coming back here, one of my friends back out there, intense guy, you probably saw him in the back. He's really certain you're holding out something. And let's just say he's gonna come back here if you don't tell me. Now listen, I'm willing to cut you two a deal here. You actually just give me something real that I can use. And the only thing the cops are going to find here are the guns. And you two aren't going to be actually tortured. You get to go free.
You can give me like an ego roll with trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah,
12.
they're like clearly like they're clearly like scared of you, but they're just gonna shake their head and just says, just shake her head and like again they're shut down completely.
So who's the big guy I should be terrified of then? Can you at least tell me that?
Fucking way, man. You're so fucking new on the streets, Jesus fucking Christ. Like the other one just elbows him.
Tatiana, she's gonna turn back around and fucking put her fist through the car door. I have a question. Is your boss's skull tougher than that fucking car door?
The guy just... You don't... Fucking... Go back home, fucking kid. You're not meant for this.
As Cynthia's just gonna say, and you are? I'm not the one on my knees there, friend. As she's just gonna walk back out.
You good?
No, whoever their big boss is, apparently he is so terrifying that, I don't know, I guess his skull is literally invincible or something, because apparently, he's supposed to be a guy that's intimidating.
Well, something to really think about. At least we have an idea that this is a big operation handled by someone scary enough to make it that they're not going to talk no matter how much you scare the shit out of them. So, what's the plan then? Do we go to the address? Do we not?
It's the only lead we got.
Mm-hmm.
Or I could actually motivate them. Just because you like break shit, that's not gonna do much.
If they're actually not along with Jack, I don't think we'll get anything. I don't think we'll find much at the address. At most, we'll find the same goons again. Maybe we'll find some more of the lower-ranking fucks.
Cause enough damage like that, someone's gonna take notice.
Suppose. I mean, Jack's not gonna torture them if you vote against it.
Yeah, I think Tata will be like, I don't think we should start our whole thing with torturing people.
Plus, we've done this before. They don't. A couple of fingernails. Bad. Grows back. They grow back. Listen. Stab them in the right place. Don't.
Just the things they won't miss, of course.
How do you think he extracted information out of like fucking Yakuza assassins?
That's not good. That's not good. That's not a good thing.
Not to mention, like, look, Cynthia mentioned, might look bad for us if, like, the cops find the obvious, like, torture marks on these guys when we call it in.
That's true. Yeah, I forgot you wanted them to hand cops.
So, let's go check out the address.
Yeah. You'll take your leave and you will be heading at the address. As you arrive, you Give me a vigilance roll, actually. I will counter roll.
Counter roll, baby.
With my stealth roll.
Mm.
Privated. Cynthia fucking eagle-eyed. Yeah.
Oh fuck! I rolled twice.
Well, both are good. Yeah, both. Holy shit. Yeah, both you, Claire, and Cynthia will notice someone sort of hiding in the shadows nearby, like watching you.
At the location or just still
Like
or
nearby,
to
because you are sort of in the area, right?
Hmm.
Just the streets are not like isn't like a. This is not a nice area where you go to have fun and relax.
Cynthia being Cynthia, she's gonna turn around and say, "Hey, mysterious man in the shadows, how's it going?"
They will immediately fucking bolt.
Made a new friend out there?
Jax like shouts
There's
at
like,
you. Yeah.
Tatiana. Yeah, Tatiana, get them.
She literally just turned to Cynthia to ask if she made a new friend, basically.
Yes, and Jack and Claire are shouting at you to chase after the guy that ran away.
Like there was a guy watching us from the shadows.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay,
I can like so Tata didn't notice him, so I was just
Yes.
playing that part up, basically. But yes, I can teleport after the guy.
You
That's
like
the case.
immediately, like a couple of seconds delayed, rush after. Jack looks at you, Cynthia, and be like, "You just like announce your presence to everyone."
Gonna be honest, I thought I'd catch him off guard and Tatiana would just teleport after him. I didn't expect her to ask me if I made a new friend.
We had the element of surprise that you're all like rushing after. I'm gonna say, me, Tatiana, give me a roll. As gonna need that nice agility roll from you.
Agility, gotcha.
Let me. That would be a very good roll. That would be an impressive roll. Very good roll, in fact. A nice roll. I can't believe it.
Mm.
Wait, hold on. Let me see
That is impressive. A double six again. Damn. Yeah, as you teleport, because you were a bit slow though, you don't like land on top of them, but you do manage to like teleport, like cutting them off, and now you can kind of see who was there. As it's not a guy, in fact, it's a woman in a dark black suit.
Hey, nice suit. Leave the party so soon? You just got here. She kind of presumably tries to either grapple her or try to make sure she doesn't leave before the others get here.
Well, it's sort of smiles and says, "I don't think I'll be leaving anywhere with you."
Come on.
Let me drag your toe. And that you can give me an initiative.
Mm.
Oh, first. Is gonna immediately fucking try and hit.
Mm.
As you the melee, right? The
My melee defense, I believe, is what the hell is it?
I don't think it's 19.
I don't think it's 19 for sure. Yeah.
Um. Matter.
I think let me see if I have anything.
You have
Yeah, no.
blink. You can
So
reaction. I
that's
think.
gonna be so that's like what? That's gonna be 10, 13, 26.
Because I
Actually,
do have
Hmm.
my reaction for
You
blink,
do?
basically.
have link
It has trouble. Attacks just have trouble.
trouble. Okay, so I will trouble on that.
It's a 15 that damage.
Still hits.
Yeah, I believe it does.
As yeah, fucking gonna punch you as she like the moment she hits you, you just like fucking get knocked out.
Out 10 health,
Still,
yes. So now,
still quite wounded. So
I think if she wasn't wounded, she would have just gone down.
yeah, because
one hit
she
with
does
it,
have
yeah.
like the attack stance. So yeah, no, actually like fucking kick to the head as you like collapse into the nearby wall. As I'm gonna need an agility roll from the other ball to see if you like how quickly you get there actually.
Oh my god, it was a dog shit agility roll. Holy shit, what the fuck? Actual 1-2-2.
Sometimes you roll bad, Mac.
That damn.
So yeah, Cynthia, you could try and keep up with her.
Yeah.
As she will find a nearby building to like start climbing up. As I'm gonna need you to make another agility roll to keep up with her.
All right.
Holy shit. Okay, never mind. Yeah. As yeah, this is an acrobatic fucking woman. You see her leap from balcony to balcony, and in like a couple of seconds, she's fucking gone. You've never seen this like good of parkour before. As you've like lost her. As Claire and Jack are back with Tatiana. I guess they're not all like street thugs. As you see Cynthia climbing down from the fire escape ladder.
Yeah, she got away.
I'll be honest, unless all of us would have teleported, none of us would have been able to get up a building so fucking fast.
Yeah, no, even with me phasing through the walls, I think even I wouldn't have been able to. The only shot was to tackle her while she was on the ground.
You know what, Cynthia? You gave our position away. You're gonna carry her back to the apartment.
You can just say that I'm the strongest person.
No, I'm blaming you for this.
You'll just have to. You can just say I'm the strongest person.
I'm not, though. I'm just saying you're to blame for this fiasco.
She'll just heft her up on the shoulders.
As walking back says, well, if they didn't know about us before, they sure do now. Cool.
I don't think we were going to hide from them for longer than a day. There's currently 12 people out there.
Yeah, but never mind. He like looks at you, Claire, and says, "How did you ever like go on missions and like?"
Well, the missions, first of all, the missions were also kind of with mixed success. We also had Logan there, and the mission were more straightforward assaults on military installations.
So never infiltrate kind of place, civilian environment.
Yeah. She'll nod.
As you'll eventually get back to the building, as we'll sort of put Tatiana into bed. As Tatiana, you'll kind of like put your HP back to 1 as your eyes will sort of like glance open as there's a fucking searing headache you have.
Oh God, why does it feel like someone picked me off a fucking building?
Oh, that's because you probably were.
Ah, that's wonderful. Good to know. Ah,
At least got a close look of the guy.
not a guy, a lady, and she was also masked up too. Cool costume. A lot of fur. She goes on
I
to
guess we're
describe
not the
what.
only lunatics running around costumed.
Hey, there's always Spider-Man, but she didn't look like Spider-Man. All black and white, and she kind of describes her a bit.
Well, we're gonna work a bit on the OPSEC. Rule number 1, Cynthia: no more like shouting at people from across the. We shout at them when we're like very in their face.
Okay.
Let's see if the others fared better, I guess. So I'll be heading out and you like take a fucking walk. As Jack will take his leave.
Ah, God, I'm gonna be really fucking. Can we just say it was a cool fight and I did my best and didn't immediately get my ass kicked?
No.
Yeah. In retrospect, Tatiana, you're not gonna be in the front line anymore because it does seem to be you cannot take a hit at all. If the person you're fighting acts before you, you do just go down.
Yeah. I used to be able to survive a lot better. I feel like yeah. But wasn't expecting the punch. I was trying to tackle her, we'll say. But you're right.
I mean, I was gonna say out of character. If you engage when you are severely wounded, recovering from an almost death situation.
To be fair, I think even with full health, she would have been fucked.
Yeah, Tatiana is aware. She's not a frontline fighter.
I think she should have been able to take it.
Let's click the damage
How much
button.
damage would it have been, Grunt? Because she has
13
15
points.
health.
13 actually would have been fine. Yeah, she would have almost died. 13 points. I just
No,
checked
never
it.
mind. Guess she has 1 health. Never mind. Yeah, because had attack stance.
Yeah, okay, she would have been still fucked. Yeah, she would have been still
Yeah.
fucked if she had an attack stance from double damage. Yeah, there'd been 30 damage.
My defense stance also requires concentration, so I don't think I get to do without doing a move first as
Yeah.
well. So yeah, no, you're good. But Tatiana would nod a bit, trying to keep herself from getting too injured is probably the best option for me. Look, we may not have.
No, go ahead. I'm just.
We may not have gotten whatever big fish we're going for, but we still did something here. I'm not gonna not fucking be proud of that at the very least.
Yeah, it was her first night.
Sorry, I will say something. It's like any close attacks made against a target have trouble until they are successfully attacked.
Yeah.
This is a weird effect.
I know it's kind of weird and dumb. Yeah, it's kind of weird and
I
dumb.
don't understand how this like meant function. Like the first time you fight, like when is it considered you attack them? Like you actually hit them?
I think it's only meant for support. I think it's meant for support characters who have like fucking tactics. Let's give everybody advantage.
Because I read this as sort of engaging with them, right? Because like you're in an aggressive mode.
Actually,
I treat it as a defense mechanism for people I can't see or things go attacking me. It's a reaction because I'm just. Is it talking about the one that's supposed to be a reaction, the instant reaction for
No,
when
I'm talking
someone
about
just
your
goes out and hits?
defense stance. You mean defense stance?
Oh, my defense stance. Oh, that's you guys were talking about Blink. That's what I was looking at. Let me see. I just got the defense stance. I haven't even looked at it.
Find it because I was like reading. I'm like I'm confused. How does this work?
Yeah. Well, once you're hit once, you're fucked. You lose defense.
Yeah,
stance.
essentially, it's the only defense she has against. When
No,
someone
it's
shoots
once
down
you
person.
attack, Mac. It's not when you get hit. It's when you attack. When you
Are we,
the defense
No.
stance only works for you.
are we reading the same thing? Are we reading the same?
Wait, oh, I said any close attacks made against the character have trouble until they successfully attacked and assist. I thought it was like when someone successfully attacks me, then
until
loses.
they
It's
are successfully attacked in this
until
combat.
I am attacked.
Yeah, are we reading the same thing, Grant?
Well, what does that successfully attack mean? Does that mean like get hit?
It means once
Yes.
they actually. It means once your enemy successfully attacks you, defense stance stops working.
Yes, that's how it works, Grunt.
Okay, so fucking okay.
You can attack. You can still attack them.
Yeah, okay.
You can still attack them. It's just that the enemy has trouble on you.
Yeah, it's basically a defense for me until
Yeah.
they can kick my ass. Essentially, yes.
Yeah, but like once you're successfully attacked, okay, so that breaks the stance. Okay,
Yes.
Yes.
and then it
That
costs you
breaks
a standard action to get it back up.
Basically, in my head, I imagine basically it breaks. It's like breaking concentration in D&D. Basically,
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
imagine. And you
Alright.
like because you need to reapply the concentration again.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Tatiana says. I think she was saying like agreeing with Cynthia. Was like, yeah, we at least first night wasn't that bad. Was what she was. What I believe you were saying, right?
Might be better for someone like you, or even me. Honestly, I mean, I at least have some increased healing factor thanks to Czar, but might be better to investigate more. Maybe go along with people like Eddie. Being able to teleport in and out building silently is quite advantageous.
It has its perks at the very least.
Because while chasing normal people, individuals is fine. Once we especially, I'm not sure how common suit enhanced criminals are, but well, we saw again in the facilities, enhanced soldiers.
Hey, listen, I was always meant to be shock and awe in the first place, so I wasn't expecting a back roundhouse kick to the face.
Yeah. Eventually, it doesn't take too long for some of the others to make it back. Once Wanda comes in. Holy shit, what happened to you?
I should see the other guy.
The other guy got away.
Damn it. Yeah.
There's no point in lying.
I
You know what?
prefer to tell them about the other guy who got away.
I think it's important to know this.
Yeah.
As Wanda will start healing you. So I do, God damn. As she's gonna spend like a couple of hours to be able to get you back to full health.
I don't want her to push herself too hard. If she wants to get like her halfway, she wants
Well,
to.
that's why she's like taking more time. It's like, you know what, I'm gonna just do it and then rest and then do it and rest.
Yeah.
Everyone else will eventually come back and well, both teams encountered like small petty crime, but none of them encountered your black assailant. As
Wow.
unfortunately, even with the bruises and all, you have school in like an hour.
Oh goodness. More wounds on top of other wounds.
Cynthia
Is-
will say, Cynthia will say, oh, I don't know about the rest of you guys, but luckily, listen, not needing to being able to go 48 hours without sleep is pretty nice now.
It's like the first day, right? They don't really do much on the first day.
They actually do organizational stuff and introductions. They actually
Yeah,
teach them when exams are, like maybe like fuck, there's not a thing yet. They teach you where rooms are and whatnot.
Scott will just point out, if you listen, you can miss a couple of classes, but if your grades fall, the professor will know something's up.
Listen, I'm not planning to have my grades fall. I'm just gonna maybe take a nap or two through classes in between.
Okay. Everyone sort of gets ready to leave. Not everyone has classes at the exact same time, but where was Claire against? What was Claire against studying?
I said actually computer science. That might be useful for the future. Listen.
As yeah, you'll all head out, and well, college. It's like around closer to noon for you, Tatiana, as you have a break between classes. As you see Felicia of all people. She kind of waves at you.
Ah, Alicia.
Hey.
Hey.
I
Is everything all right?
chatted with Eddie and he told me you have like a break around now.
Yeah. Is everything all right?
Yeah. Would you like to like have a short conversation?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. I heard about what happened with the attack last week. Are you okay?
Don't worry, I'm surviving. So, don't know what the hell it was about, but we're okay.
Listen. I'm just gonna say something. You can correct me if I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Started engaging in vigilante activity.
What? What? That's absurd. No, it's not.
Sure about that.
Absolutely. What even makes you think that?
A little bump on your head. On the left side.
I'm clumsy.
Mm-hmm. When I hear about people screaming about someone gets shot and bullets ricochet off. A week after you and your friends come in town. That's also a coincidence?
Foul rumors and slander. What do
How are you
you,
gonna like hide the Iceman and the guy that shoots lasers out of his eyes though?
what's this about? Is everything all right? Outside of that, I feel like there's something more here I'm missing.
I would rather not have to knock you over the head every time I go out.
No.
I'll be honest, I panicked and I didn't realize it was you, but in hindsight,
You roundhouse kicked my ass into the fucking pavement is what you did.
you were just kind of like standing there.
Yeah, I was.
Now,
Wasn't expecting you to fight back. Usually people are a little surprised I show up, so I got enough time to move.
I deal with dangerous people quite often. What were you doing? Why are
Wanted
you
to make a
involved in this
difference.
business? Oh my.
I know, silly as it may sound. We weren't really planning to have a big giant scheme here. It was just mostly just helping out as much as we can around the neighborhood.
Ooh, she like takes a deep breath. This is very dangerous. Shit. Yana.
Well, Felicia, my entire life has been dealing with people coming after me. So that we can spend our entire lives waiting for that to happen, or we can at least, I don't know, do something. Whether I want danger in my life or not, I don't get to really escape it. You know something about this whole thing, don't you? Or at least what's going on with these fucking people?
Problem is, I know whose turf you're in. Now, I don't work for the guy. I mainly collect the big boss's money, like his cut. But like even the low guys, they're not like a joke. Like, I get your friends are like superhuman durable and things. Other ways to hurt you than just by shooting. Once they realize that you can do these things, they'll mobilize.
Look, being serious here, I don't often do that, but I think we're kind of aware that there are other ways that these people can hurt us. We're not, I know we like to, it's easy to pretend, but we're not fucking dumb idiots about this. We didn't do this for a whim. And
Because of the attack last week.
not just the attack last week, the fact that our friends have spent our entire lives with someone taking something from us or trying to hurt us, or people getting hurt, or the fact that we can do something about it, and we just gonna pretend we can't. I can literally teleport anywhere I almost want. One of us can, as you say, never get hurt by any bullet. Hell, you seem unheard of what some of us can do. Which just was just sit back and go to school.
Yeah. Have that option. Not all of us do.
I lost that option the day my parents were burnt in a building.
Had a
No.
home. Have friends. You have still people who care about you. You have money.
I do.
What do you need?
I want the people who apparently decided they want to use me and my friends for experiments to stop coming for us. I want to be able to know that when I go to sleep at night, I don't want to worry about what's going to happen the next day. If they decide to, this time around, they want to see which one of us will be useful for whatever they want. Right now, yeah, life's good, but there's always some asshole around the corner who wants to take that away from us. And I can't pretend that that's not going to happen. That someone doesn't know what we can do and it always going to hurt us already. We won't even... The attack that you heard about wasn't even for us. It was just some guy they came and took. And they just started shooting immediately. No questions asked. That's a life I have. And I think I'm going to always have that. So no, there's no easy, let's forget about this situation here. That just means you're an easier target when they want to come for you. And they will come for you.
Just gonna say, I'm just gonna warn you this one time. Getting involved in a world that's way more dangerous than you think it is.
I know. I know there's a fucking lot we don't know about, but there's still some people we need to fucking find. And maybe that's a step for that, but can you at least tell us whose turf we are pissing off, I guess?
Moment to open my web browser and search fucking villain names.
There is a whole truffle of them in Marvel,
I know.
especially in New York.
But I'm
New York
gonna,
is the
I'm
center
gonna
of the
be a
universe.
hack. Well, there's a lot of people in Hell's Kitchen that a couple small time gangs. Right now, my understanding, there's a small group of criminals that run things. Unironically called Trinity, but I'm not sure if that's what they call themselves or what just some people call them. But supposedly there's 3 gang leaders. I've heard weird rumors about all of them. I've never really engaged with them. I just, again, collect the cut for my boss.
Okay. Thanks for telling us at the very least. I know we're probably not that impressive from your point of view, but it's appreciated. And I'm
Listen, you
gonna...
three could probably kick my ass, but that's irrelevant. People way stronger than me that work for these guys. See the kind of big Spider-Man dealt with over the years? Don't want to get involved in that life unless you're like ready to just, I guess, put your life on the line every fucking day.
The fact of the matter is, Felicia, I don't think I really got a choice. And I know you, it may sound crazy, but I think this is going to happen eventually.
Like
We haven't
nonsense.
had... I'll let the others know, and we'll try not to... Well, try not to meet your fucking kick to the face again in the future, hopefully.
Now listen, you get me. That is what it is. No hard feelings.
I understand. There's... I know...
Does what?
I know that there's a whole thing with these guys that worry about, but you got any tips? Anything that could useful? I guess outside of the obvious.
Be smarter about it. Doubt about someone sneaking up on you, and be more alert. Just like you on the nail.
Ah, got it. Thank you.
Be careful who you piss off, and when you piss off people, expect them to retaliate. And by the way, if you think the police are gonna like those 2 guys you left it for the custody, they're out. I think the police are gonna do anything. Oh boy, have I have a nasty surprise for you in the city. Everyone's corrupt. The fucking bones.
Well, that's a problem we have to figure out, because I don't think we're in the... I don't want to be a person who kills everyone I see, you know? It's not a life I want for myself or anyone if I can help it.
Guess it's the Spider-Man destiny for you. Non-stop work as you put people away and they'll just walk out and 3 to 6 months.
Hey, he is my favorite hero, so...
She kind of like blushes a bit.
Oh, what was that?
Nothing.
I've never seen you blush. What was that? You
It may have
You
had
like
like a
Spider-Man.
few run-ins. Like,
you've run into Spider-Man a few times. First of all, you didn't say anything. Second of
I
all,
didn't.
oh my gosh, you have a crush on Spider-Man.
I do, maybe.
You have a crush on Spider. Does he know?
Well, I flirted with him a couple of times, and he has webbed me to a building, not just like once or twice.
This is okay. That is one of the top 5 coolest things I've ever heard anyone tell me right now. Oh, okay. Awesome. You're cool like villainess getting Spider-Man to I don't know, even though you do you think you can get his autograph for me?
I can ask next time I see him.
Ah, thank you so much, Felicia. If nothing else, well, good luck with Spider-Man and your romantic interest in that part. I do actually wish that you win that heart of his.
Sort of smiles and, oh, I think I have it in the bag. It's. Oh, he will relent eventually.
Cool, cool. At the very least, it's alright if I talk to you if I need some help figuring things out. You don't have to. You can say no if you don't want to. I understand. You know,
Listen,
you have.
we're technically neighbors. We live on the same building blocks.
Cool. Can you also not tell anyone about my little freak out there?
No, I can't tell them anyone about your identities or whatever.
Not about the entities, but yeah.
It's gonna be fine.
She gives a bit of a smile before presumably taking her leave.
If you want to like break the news to other people after school,
Yeah.
you can like all sort of get together.
Yeah, she would let the others know with taking a breath to make sure she's in a better state to relay the news in a much funnier tone. So, good news and bad news, guys. See, good news is I know who was our mysterious assailant I met last night. It's Felicia. Just to give you that heads up. Bad news, she kind of gave me a bit of the rundown.
What's the rundown?
Well, apparently, we are in the turf of some pretty not so happy people. A group of people called the Trinity. Probably higher duty stuff like Felicia, much stronger than her. Doesn't know much about them. A lot of rumors. People are scared out of their fucking minds. Everyone's corrupt. And, yeah, that's the main gist of it. Now, we need to be, careful, apparently. These people do not fuck around.
That was self-explanatory, honestly.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the gist. Felicia apparently works for her boss to get collections, so she says no hard feelings, but yeah, we should be apparently smarter and be more alert because this is just day one, and apparently these people are, I guess, really up there. But like I said, we kind of already figured that out, though, I think. Takes a bite of a sandwich, I presume, as well.
Yeah. Cynthia with a shrug. Oh, I mean, good to know who's running the show where we're working.
Mm-hmm. We gotta figure out a plan to, I guess, deal with the Trinity, because I presume we're gonna stumble across them a lot more as we get more and more annoying. Any, well, outside of that, anyone else have any, hopefully, news to warm up the temperature here?
Maybe you're like, where would you be having this conversation? Is it gonna be like a public conversation with everyone, or is this just the three of you?
I presume we would be telling everyone what's going on because we've been sharing knowledge about what happened.
Like, Bobby's like, always knew Felicia would be a supervillain.
Seems like she's just a lackey, so she hasn't reached supervillain status just yet. Just give her a couple months. I'm sure she'll get there in time.
Jack will say, so yeah, the guys you put in behind bars are Just kind of like walking out and about then. Meaningless.
Do you want me to kill them?
No, but I mean, break a few fingers at the very least.
I'm not sure if torturing is gonna be a good
That's
thing
not
either,
even
but
torture. Come on now.
I just don't know. I feels like that's torture at the very least, and it seems like you're gonna have to do a lot more just to get these guys to talk than just break a few
Everyone,
fingers.
everyone other than Sai looks a bit like shocked. Sai is nodding along. Like,
Yeah, she's an intelligence. She worked like a.
thought will
I
say.
listen.
Sorry, go on.
Oh no, just like, look, I know it's me and that's in here. But once you start going on the path of let's just torture the guys, it's just a slippery slope to be like, why don't we just kill them to make sure they know to fear us every day we walk out that room.
Jack's just gonna stare at you as if, yeah.
No, Jack, no, that's not why we do this. At least that's not why I do this. We're not gonna become like the people. We're not gonna become like the people we're trying to put away. At the very least, we're trying to help people. That's really what we're all here to do. Actually, use our abilities to help people.
But we'll speak out. Yeah, but I think it's best if we focus on Hell's Kitchen and this particular gang. I think if we dismantle them quickly, efficiently, might give us a bit more insight in criminal structure of the city at large.
That's a smart idea.
So, I think in order to not exhaust everyone, we'll do a rotating schedule. One team each night takes care of business. That way everyone gets to sleep, everyone gets to do their homework, and even relax every now and then. We focus strictly on Hell's Kitchen, and specifically targeting the Trinity's operation. No glorified shows of power. Try to keep as many cards to the chest as possible. So, Cynthia, I know you don't give a shit if people shoot you, but we need to let them keep guessing where your limits are. Be more conservative with that. As
He will nod, yeah.
he'll look towards some of the others, as he's also going to inform, like for example, Bobby to keep a low profile and not like just fucking blast ice slides everywhere. Tell Storm no fucking with the weather. Like unless absolutely necessary, like people should downplay their powers. Yes, no fun shit. Mr. No Fun Allowed has in fact decided to start organizing this. As yeah, unless anyone has anything to add to this.
No, I think Tatiana would agree, and presumably speak up about she sadly can't be in the front lines because she will get her ass wrecked.
Yeah, Claire actually mentioned. I'm not sure if Eddie's here.
He would be.
Yeah. Maybe you can help out Eddie investigating and teleporting into buildings might be very useful.
Eddie will say no. I don't get into buildings. What? I talk to people.
I could be that arm candy on your side piece to make sure they want to talk more to you, maybe.
No, actually. That's a horrible idea.
Sport.
These are not...
Wait, what does that mean, actually?
It means I'm not gonna let you hang around me so people can hit on you. What?
No, I was gonna help you make it so they want to talk to you more. Sorry, I was trying to enhance your whole.
No, they're just gonna hit on you,
engagement.
dumbass.
Ugh. See,
Looks
sadly,
exact
Claire,
story.
Claire, it's not gonna work out.
See, this is why this is why I leave the thinking to other people.
Jack will just say, you want me to do anything, or do I just... Because my powers are quite noticeable. I clearly lack people-talking skills, and I have homicidal tendencies.
Wanna talk about it?
No. Scott
You're
was...
gonna leave if I try to talk to you about it?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Are you gonna leave if I try to talk to you about it?
No, I'm just gonna close my eyes and ignore you.
At that, Cynthia just looks right to Wanda.
She has...
Just not say anything, but like the eyes convey you know what to do.
She has something to throw at already. Jack's gonna just shake his head like, what is there to talk about? I think your methods are, well, not the worst, but if you're gonna intimidate these people, I think you're not gonna get Jack and shit. Yeah, you keep your moral high ground while they keep dealing drugs, guns, or whatever else they do.
And what's the end game of that?
The end game is you find a couple of people, you make them talk, and then you work yourself up the ladder until there's no more people to talk. And by that point, well, there goes one criminal organization.
So leave a trail of blood until you kill the guy in your way, and just keep on doing that. Is that a healthy mindset to have for yourself?
Better than the alternative. Or you lose the people you care about.
I mean, you can still lose them even if you do the whole killing everyone in my path thing. Especially when you make your own enemies that way too.
My enemies already made.
Also, Jack, what do you think will happen to the family members of those random guys you're gonna kill?
Well, maybe they shouldn't let their family members engage in crime.
I think I've read a few books about counterinsurgency tactics. I think the U.S. government already tried your doctrine.
Last I checked in, US government didn't deal with the demons, magical fucking ninjas, and mutants, and criminals, and he's just gonna get up and
That's
What do you when he leaves? Cynthia's gonna point out. It's kind of concerning. He puts drug dealers in the same boat as literal demons.
I think for Jack, he has his eyes on a target, and that's all he sees right now. We should really more likely gonna have to deal with that, because that sounds like a problem, not just for what we're doing, but for... I don't know if he's gonna be okay.
Sai will actually speak up and say, you seem to think his mental psyche hasn't already been affected. He said that he got information out of the members of my organization. Those people are much better trained than street thugs. And the only way they would talk is under severe duress.
Be honest. People who worked for your organization and random street thugs are two different classes of people. I'm not really comfortable doing that kind of thing to everyone. Like, there's gotta be a line somewhere, right?
My point was just the fact that you all seem to think he is somehow well adjusted when clearly not. By your standards.
Well, we have to figure out something here because it seems we have an impasse of philosophical differences.
One that's just gonna lean back, cross around, and says, "Well, he doesn't want to talk to me, so I am off that list."
Oh, is there someone he would want to talk to? Like, genuinely?
She shrugs. As Scott will point out, well, you three are the closest things he has to friends, you and Eddie.
Yeah. We were the only. When he lost everything, he still had us.
If anyone, I think it should be the three of you.
Tata.
And you cut
Trying
out
to die. Trying to die.
Kind of just nods,
Stop.
kind of glancing
Yeah.
between the other two, basically.
Rather repeat yourself, you cut out.
Oh, I'm sorry. She said, she nods, looking between the two, like, I think it's up to us then.
Let's go help our friend.
As you'll find him outside, sort of in front of the building block, sort of smoking.
Hey, how's it going?
You all don't really get it. You talk about lines and people you care about, but that's the thing for me. There is no line I won't cross for the people I care about. And no. Peeling off a few fingernails ain't shit to me. I don't even consider that torture.
Jack, I don't think anyone here can judge you for what you've been through, or what you've done. You've been through fucking hell itself, okay? The worry is, how far are we going to go to when we start just hurting everyone in our path? From the lowest of the low to the guy on top. Yeah, but a kid on the street? A guy just trying to sell drugs and make a living, and they're not good people. They're not. But when we start just killing everyone, we're just, I don't know, we're not good people either. We're just adding more misery to the pile and making more people come after us, making more enemies. It's a slippery slope between trying to stop people and then just make it the next monster.
An ego check. Holy fuck.
Damn. Damn, boy. How the fuck did you get
Fucking
21?
that, yeah.
What
Uh,
math? How did the math here? Oh, +5 here.
Red coming in here, de-edging him, fucking taking the fucking sand grinder to him.
We are making you into round SpongeBob, but Jack.
He says, you're right. I would agree with you, but become too attached to all of you. All of this. And you're gonna need to step back anyways.
I will actually nod along with this. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, Wannabe wants to say, keep you with us all the time. Fucking, how well we know you're okay if you're not just in my on our line of sights. But
I assume we can still hang out, but just step out.
you're right.
Maintain communications.
Take as much time as you need, Jack. I'd rather you be happy, healthy, and whole than anything else. Okay?
They'll sort of nod. I mean, you can all give me like either vigilance or logic, whichever you prefer.
Upper of logic.
Gotcha.
God damn it.
I'll say this, Cynthia. There is a hidden meaning behind those words that nobody here in this conversation has picked up on. Everyone's like seemingly thinks he has PTSD, but I think there might be something more to it. Not sure what.
Luckily, Cynthia is a fucking battering ram of a person, and she'll just say, Jack, be honest here, mostly pretend to be a good people person. Mostly I'm just loud, and a lot of people just seem to go along with loud. But don't really fully understand what's going on, and I'd like you, if you want to, help me understand.
Yes, I owe you at least that much. I'm just gonna fuck off, please. When I first talked to that demon, he made me a promise. He said he would come after all the people I care or would care about. Loved ones, children, friends, anyone. And every time I make a joke, every time I feel like I want to laugh, those fucking words ring in my mind. Powers he possesses. Powers he gave me back then. Fight off assassins makes Agatha look like a fucking joke.
Jack, I'm so sorry. There has to be, like, maybe he was messing with you, maybe he was trying to fuck with you to make sure you...
I don't know. That's the awful part. He could have just been fucking bluffing. Should I risk that? Should I take that fucking chance?
Jack, we're gonna continue everybody else can continue helping out the vigilante work. You saw how Tatiana is, and we're being targeted by multiple powerful organizations, but potentially.
Yeah, do you need a demon on your ass now as well?
I don't mean to be Cynthia's gonna say, if you really did mean that, if you really did mean every word of that threat, do you think he'll be tricked by you just pretending not to like us?
Will you start hating us all of a sudden if you go away? Did you stop caring us while you were in captivity? I think unless you genuinely start hating us or plotting our death, I think that will still hold true either way. What has happened has already happened. Assuming that wasn't just a complete and utter bluff.
Listen, this is usually where I'll say some false bravado and we'll just kick his fucking ass or whatever. We'll find a way. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. The situation's fucked. It's another powerful person in the line of powerful fucking people.
Yeah, but this one has
Can I be
beef with
honest?
me, not with all of you.
Well, you already tricked them once, and if anything, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not sure what his personality is like. I don't think a demon will just kill
Fucking
you.
trick him. I just told him to fuck off.
You just told him to leave, remove his powers.
Yeah.
So what? You're gonna spend your life just hiding away and never engaging with another living thing again, just in the hopes that this demon won't decide to
No.
make it
my
worse?
plan was genuinely to just kill people and do it mostly alone.
I feel like that's a worse option. Also putting a giant target on your back, maybe not a demon kind, but
Cynthia's actually gonna say, to be honest, if I was a spiteful little fucking demon man whose pride was wounded, convincing the guy who told me to fuck off to die miserable and alone would sound pretty good. Wouldn't even have to do anything if he believed me.
Sort of not.
Listen,
I still have
maybe he is, maybe he isn't. Sorry, go on.
he's just gonna say, I still just have a very bad feeling.
Again, either you can. Oh, sorry.
Until up until now, my gut has never like let me down.
well, at the very least, we're Cynthia and Clara, right? You have a spiteful little demon after you. We have a bag of Trinity people who also will going to be unhappy with us with time, and it's just us trying to figure out this whole thing out. But we can figure it out, right? There's magic and demons and mutants and whatever else out there. I'm sure there's something we can do to, I don't know, make a devil pause. And maybe we'll be more careful next time. We'll be smarter, better.
Yeah. Suppose you're right. That's kind of stupid what I'm trying to do.
Listen, I don't think Mr. Charles' money will also hurt him.
Cynthia's just gonna laugh when she says it's stupid. She's gonna say, "Well, we are kind of flying in the dark here. Unfortunately, in high school classes didn't include middle school. The middle school curriculum did not include how to banter with demons. So I think we can be, all of us here can be forgiven for not making the best choices at every opportunity."
He, like nods. I'll say, like, with this context, some of you that might have been like more interested in the subject because it was obvious for everyone. They think that, well, maybe there's a reason why he was like just telling Wanda to go fuck herself every time.
Yeah.
That's now
It makes
it
sense,
comes
yeah.
together. Yeah, now it comes together. Actually, Hubert. Actually, you know what? Claire will actually mention that. Also, by you trying to push as a dude. Actually, Claire actually already mentioned that. Yeah, you're just trying to push Wanda away because you don't want. Are you trying to do the thing that I joked about, trying to pretend you hate her, to make sure she doesn't come into the demon's crosshair?
Well, I know for a fact he can't read fucking minds. I think that's working.
Or does
I
she have
was just-
I'm sorry, continue.
Cynthia's actually just gonna come out and say it. She'll say, "What if he just decides?" This guy does sound. The way you're describing this demon guy does sound like the type of guy. What if he does just decide to kill us out of spite?
And maybe show us like our heads to you if you.
Like, regardless of how you project your feelings.
Yeah, but that's still... I don't need to endanger Wanda as well, right? Listen, okay, with you, it's already tainted. It's already fucked. But with her, she's pretty and smart. She'll find someone.
Oh, you dumb idiot. He's you don't realize just how stubborn Wanda is and can be, and I'm gonna be honest, your whole leave me the fuck alone act is not working at all.
Okay, fine.
Also-
I'm gonna tell her about it, and if she still says yes, which would be stupid, I suppose I
She'll
can...
say yes.
She will say
He's
yes.
gonna say yes.
Yes, she will say yes, but
Looks quite
Listen-
defeated
listen,
at that.
Jack, if your devil friend were to jump us, I think the rest of our friends would also jump into our defense.
And maybe we can talk to Agatha about this.
Maybe Charles knows more people. Again, we can
I'll be honest,
talk to experts.
I would rather kill myself. Agatha for help.
Well, maybe you don't have to talk to Agatha, but other people can.
Okay, maybe you don't have to talk to Agatha, but maybe Charles can talk to Agatha.
Yes. Or a similar expert, perhaps, hopefully.
Like, Charles does seem to have a wide network of people across the world. So it's not just the 12 of us. I mean, not just the 4 of us, not just the 12 of us.
There's Logan, there is Wanda's dad, Wanda's and Peter's dad. Many people out there who've already dealt with this shit longer than you did. I doubt you're the first guy who met it. Again, silent. The Yakuza have that demon worshipping faction apparently inside of them.
A lot of fucking demons around.
Yeah, so I imagine someone's probably written down books and guides for obviously not for
Listen.
public.
Claire actually brings up a really good point. This guy sounds like a huge fucking asshole. He sounds like the type of guy who makes enemies. Those enemies might not be good people themselves, but
And
unless
again,
he's successfully killed every person he's ever talked to, there's bound to be someone out there who knows more about him.
this guy doesn't sound like Lucifer to me. He's omniscient and omnipotent.
He called himself Mephisto.
Okay, good. We got a name.
But theatrical, but I mean, fits demons, I suppose.
He was theatrical about everything. Trust me.
I can't believe Faust was completely correct.
All right. Now listen. There's a long list of people. There's Mr. Yakuza, whatever the fuck his name was. There's these Trinity fucks. There's Mr. Sinister. Mephisto's also on this list. I get a feeling this list is gonna keep getting bigger before it gets shorter.
Absolutely.
There's also the mystery people who attacked New York, because they're pretty sure that was separate from the 3 assassins that initially jumped Wanda.
Oh, that's right.
And there's potentially also the government. Right now, they don't know anything, but it'll only be a matter of time until some CIA Black Ops unit begins.
It kind of shakes the hand. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't include the guys who did that attack because I don't think they're actually. I think we just got caught there. Like the list is people I think are people who are actively gunning for us.
Oh, true. Fair enough. Yeah.
Well, we'll survive all of them, goddammit.
Oh, I plan to do more than just fucking survive.
I mean, I made Zara promise up there to prevent the war. Still got that mission ongoing.
So, Jackie, with us?
Yeah, I'm with you. Are you sure, like, there's no chance I can talk her out of it?
No.
Okay, so technically, there is never a completely 100% scenario. Now, in this case, you have less than 0.01% chance.
Why the fuck does she like me anyways?
You're cool. That's why.
You are a cool guy, Jack.
You're the epithet of cool.
I'm an
You're-
asshole, though, with her.
Yeah, but
but
you
it's-
also
but-
showed up and saved our lives, and you have cool magic powers, and you also take
Okay.
her shit.
You have to trust Tatiana on this. Don't ask me why men are attractive. I don't know.
You
I don't know.
Jack. You are an asshole in the cool bad boy way.
Oh god,
Yo-
what have I become?
You've become a
It's
cliche.
alright.
That's what you've become, Jack.
Oh my.
Like every young tween girl's heartthrob.
Like you're not my type. But
Honestly, when they start making merchandise, you're gonna be the one that sells out.
Honestly, yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
yeah, you're not my type, but you're very conventionally.
Look, that's clear. She already has like her eyes on Scott from the day she met him. So yeah. You sell yourself too short, Jack.
Oh. He's just gonna roll his eyes. Fine, I'll talk with her.
Blooming love, beautiful.
Don't say that. Come on now.
Hmm.
So we know she likes you, but like, do you actually?
He called her pretty, Cynthia. Come on, now.
Okay, yeah, he called
Did
her pretty,
I?
but like,
I don't remember that.
You called her intelligent and pretty, and I'm sorry. I will reveal
Nah,
it.
see if she was actually smart.
Oh my God, you're so right. No objective person would ever call her intelligent. You're so right, Claire. He's completely smitten.
Hey now.
Sort of just puts his face in his palms.
Listen, I did want to go to the FBI when I dreamed once, so you know, escape my interrogation.
Now you can all give me a vigilance.
To see the little devil man rubbing
He's
his
laughing
eyes.
around the corner. He's actually laughing around the corner.
Yeah, with the 13 and a 14, Claire and Cynthia, you do just see one that's sort of literally floating like out of one of the windows, sort of like clearly eavesdropping on this.
Well, Jack,
Hey, this is a private moment.
He just stares up and is like, oh my fucking god.
Jack just laughs and
Get
chuckles
down
at this.
here, you maniac! And someone sees you. Just like flies back into the window. Oh my god.
See?
We're gonna get like
You might wanna-
exposed in like a month at tops.
You know what you gotta do now, Jack. You gotta talk to her.
Yeah, you gotta control
She
her.
heard that everything I said.
Most likely, yes.
Yeah.
Can always just leave.
Better-
She can't actually catch me, right?
She has chaos magic. Jack, do you think she can't catch you, or you think she won't try?
She did teleport once, remember?
And which will be worse?
Takes a deep breath. He like gets up from the steps and out the cigarette and with heavy steps head inside.
You got this, buddy. You got this.
Yeah,
He owes me $20.
as Eddie sort of like walks out of the building, like Jack walking and says, "Oh, assume that went well." He looked, had that look when you were about to, well, jump into a cold pool.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, we had a wonderful heart-to-heart. We found out why he was like on edge and pushing people away. Wanda kind of eavesdropped on the whole thing, and we saw her.
And she right onto the and she did hear him compliment her and call her intelligent.
And pretty.
Intelligent.
Mhm.
Holy shit.
Yes, that's
Yes.
I know. That slipped under my radar the first time, but Claire caught it.
Yeah.
That to rights, if we call that.
And highly spirited, stubborn, enthusiastic, intelligent. That's a level 5 alert right there.
Clever. I think you could call it clever because it could also turn that into an insult. She's too clever for her own good.
I feel like I need to be defending my friend's honor here.
Well, I mean, you would find her highly intelligent, wouldn't you?
Oh my
Supposed to.
gosh.
Well, listen.
Is it, what do they say? Something about like the view from the chasm?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Well, Eddie, if nothing else, you now owe me $20. I told you I could be a big
I-
help to this relationship.
I do. I can't believe you actually managed to get through it. This thick skull.
But it was very thick, and we're quite heavy machinery. But I think we did.
The power of love prevails.
She did take the proverbial jackhammer to him.
She certainly jacked.
Well, I will be off. I need to talk to a couple of those ne'er-do-wells. See what the word is on the street after some of your recent nightly activities. Also, Felicia gave me some names I can check on.
Are you sure you don't want any company or anyone to come with the?
I have
sure
a,
not lonely?
I have a deep-seated fear that I will talk to some people and then you will like say something weird and tip them off.
Yeah, I think it's better for Eddie to go alone.
I'm hurt.
Listen, Tatiana, Eddie's the expert. Eddie, like genuinely the expert on this.
Do you know
Knows what he's doing.
Do you know how to talk to criminals? No.
I can learn. God damn it.
It's not a good idea to learn.
No. What you're gonna learn is how to dodge a punch.
You know what? Actually, it's a good point. You should come with me. Technically, I'm not meeting a criminal today. And if you use those like puppy eyes and like dumb kid innocence, you might get an advantage on this guy. I can't feign innocence. I'm far too cool for that.
Cynical and jaded.
No, I think I'm just cool. With you though, I think you could probably do it.
Tatiana, I think you're saying you're not cool.
I think he is saying that's cool. Apparently, I have dumb puppy eyes.
I mean, you did get your ass beat.
I'm sorry.
You did, which is why after you go with him and you help him on this, we're restarting training.
Well, you can all come if you want.
I don't think I have puppy eyes.
Sure. Who are you meeting with? I'm assuming this isn't, like you said, not a criminal. So like, who are you meeting with?
Well, listen, we're fighting a group of organized crime that's like been targeting people in Hell's Kitchen, right? So, Felicia did give me a couple of names. Some of them are crooks, yes. Some corrupt cops as well. People I can pay them to tell me stuff. But she also pointed me out to someone that's been fighting some of these individuals, but through like legal means.
A lawyer?
Yeah.
Lawyer?
Like these two lawyer dudes that have been helping a lot of people out. And well, as far as I understand, they got into some pretty hot water with some of the local criminals. They're kind of like pissing them off.
Can I be honest? That might be a good idea. The cops.
I'm done honest. These people are doing. These people are fighting a good fight. Oh fuck! Maybe we can help them out.
I mean, the cops are corrupt, but you can do the very. I mean, Capone was caught by the IRS. And
You know, I could make a joke here about how if the biggest problem in New York is corruption, do you think maybe we should tell Charles and he can solve and he can just make a bigger bribe?
sadly, I think there are limits on political donations. I mean, personal bribes
Problem
shouldn't
is,
bribe cops.
do you think Charles is the only guy with money, though?
Yeah, I think. I think.
No, as I said, that's why I said prefaced it as a joke.
Unfortunately, I don't think Charles is as rich in New York money as everyone else around. There's the rich, and then there's the rent here.
Charles seemed able to cover it pretty well.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, this is like the shit part of town. Oh, are you coming or no?
Yeah.
With the worst idea, honestly.
Of course.
As yeah, you'll start like walking as Listen, yeah, see, Victor has like fuck you money,
We have
but
the,
like
the
he's
American.
embezzling like nations. Okay.
He's embezzling NATO and the EU. In fact.
Listen. In a few years, there's gonna be some fucking Interpol agent who uncovers this fucking slush of fun.
Victor, how the fuck did you get the military stealth transport VTOL jet? How much did it cost?
Don't ask those questions.
As yeah, you'll walk around the neighborhood following Eddie as the four of you stop in front of a building. It looks like very run down, like most of other buildings. Hell's Kitchen is not a nice area. As you sort of like walk in, like yeah, they have their office on the second floor. As you'll follow him up the steps. I'm not sure if there's any conversations you would have had with him on the way here.
Who exactly are these lawyers, guys? What's their story and their name, I guess?
Well, apparently they're like two lawyers that set up shop here not that long ago, I think. Like what? At the beginning of the year? And summer? I'm not exactly sure. I very recently anyways. No more than a couple of months. And apparently they made a name by like helping people without asking money, which is immediately made a lot of people gossip around here. Because
Yeah,
you
lots
know,
of
like the fuck kind of lawyer doesn't like ask for
I mean,
money?
I mean, some lawyers do pro bono cases. I mean, some big firms even have like a quota for them. It's not a lot usually, but
Yeah, but those are usually like simple cases, not criminal charges. I think last month they handled some sort of like building rights like dispute. You understand why their office will I understand look like garbage.
And are we just asking them for information then?
Well, my plan was to try and get a feel for these guys.
Ah,
I'm not just gonna immediately jump into things.
a secret interview.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I mean, listen, think about it. If you're actually like legit want to help people, could use some knowledgeable lawyers on our side.
it's true.
And if they do it pro bono, that means they can't be bribed, right? Because they don't care
Yeah.
about money. It's like the biggest problem in Hell's Kitchen, because technically you can buy anyone. Makes it difficult. Also, I will be very mean and I'll make a pun right now. I I think it's kind of funny that one of them is blind.
One of them's blind.
Yep.
Hey, listen, Lady
Does
Justice.
he lean into that? Like, is his slogan "Blind like justice"?
I hope so. I hope so. I genuinely would have wanted to like sit down on one of his trials and see if he makes puns about that.
I think he'll be held in contempt of court. Depending on if he makes too many jokes. I feel like
So I don't
courthouse
know what
is
that is, but like I
rules.
think it'll be funny.
I thought the
Similar-
rules is that you make the lawyer, make the judge laugh, you win.
But it depends also on the judge. You know,
Mr. Murdoch, please maintain to the subject. But yeah, as you'll walk up into the building itself, and yeah, you'll stop in front of an apartment as it has a very. It's not even a sign. It's like a printed like cardboard with like the name Nelson and Murdoch sort of taped to the door. Well, in we
Wow.
go.
You weren't kidding.
As he's just gonna knock, and like as he opens the door, you see like this apartment that has been sort of turned into an office. There's like stacks of paper, and you will see like this plump man sort of answer the door with a very friendly smile. As he says, "Ah, uh, uh, customers, please welcome in, welcome in. Have a seat." As he's gonna sort of like lead you off to like one of the rooms. As there's like a small fan that makes the air feel like a bit fresher. Says, "So, how can I help you? My name is Franklin Nelson."
I don't.
Hi. My name's Tatiana.
Cynthia.
He'll shake all of your hands and also introduce himself. Hey, Mr. Nelson. We are having a bit of an issue, and well, news around the block is that you're like help people, and like the man like nods very eagerly, like, well, what has happened? And Eddie will just say, well, you see, I have a friend and he's gotten into like some trouble. You know, started a fight. Now he has like a case file against him, but needs someone to like help him out with like walk him through a bit of the process. And my understanding is that you can deal with like criminal charges, maybe like um violent assault. Nelson will just nod, but more hesitant now. Like begins gonna ask a couple of details as you realize what Eddie is doing, as you're pretty sure Eddie is in fact describing Bobby and Scott having a fist fight. He is setting this up
Mm.
as he Nelson's like gonna take notes and sort of listen Nelson's. Well, that certainly is not an uncommon case. I think we can hope. I think we can. I can meet with your friend and we can talk about it and make sure that the processes are smooth with the police. As Eddie will very awkwardly say, "Yeah, I also want to say that we're not like we don't have money. That's the reason actually. And it's kind of like embarrassing to admit to pay you." And you can see Nelson sort of like takes a deep breath You get the feeling that this is something like he hears more than frequent. As you suddenly hear like a cane slightly tapping the floor. As you see a blind man walk into the room. Sort of relying on that cane. As he'll say, don't worry, that's no problem for us. We'll help your friend regardless. As Franklin will get up and say, this is my partner and good friend, Matthew Murdoch.
Holy shit. You guys actually do help people.
As best as we can. He'll sort of just smile. Nelson will say, kind of mostly underneath his breath a bit. Unfortunately, that does not pay all the bills sometimes. Listen, don't worry. We'll bring your friend over. We'll look over the case files and figure the best way to move forward. Okay? Like pats Eddie on the shoulder. Eddie will nod and thank him. And you will all take your leave unless there's something else you want to talk about.
No, not in particular.
Yeah, I'm good.
As yeah, you're all gonna walk out as Eddie says, I think that went great. They actually took the case and didn't ask for money. That's wow, I'm actually surprised. Pleasantly surprised, but okay.
Yeah.
Well, good people do sometimes exist, I suppose. Everybody's an asshole.
Yeah, but this is New York. Hell's Kitchen of all places.
Listen, sometimes you find them in the most unexpected places.
I was about to say. Yeah, not everyone becomes an asshole just because shit's hard. You're not an asshole, right, Eddie?
Sometimes.
No, that's right. You only show your softest side when you're around Tatiana. I forgot.
Aw.
Well, I was about to make a mean joke at that.
Gonna say, well, yeah, let's listen, I'll bullshit them that Scott and Bobby figured out their difference. Charges were dropped. If we bring them the corrupt cops some evidence, think they might be interested in like doing something like that?
Yeah, they seem like the type of people, though. Just a little kind of under the table. If we do that, we're gonna have to watch these guys' back.
Yeah, we might have to provide some security, perhaps.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they've been being an inconvenience to some of these criminals and corrupt officials for at least a couple of months now, and none of them have ended up in the hospital.
I mean, have they gotten any like big profile like people put away or forced to retire?
Well, there was only like that one news story where they again last month helped out. I think it wasn't one of the people in the area. I think somebody was trying to force them into selling the apartments, and I think they stopped that. That made it to the papers.
Yeah, but I don't think that cuts that enough to be worth it to send someone to assault people.
That is kind of the thing. They might be in the right spot right now where they're doing good work, but they're not actually causing enough inconvenience to justify the hassle of roughing them up or getting them quiet. If we start feeding them a lot of information, they're gonna get they're gonna start really pissing people off. And I'm not saying we shouldn't do it. We're definitely gonna have to make sure these guys don't get hurt.
Yeah, you're right. Is like, as he'll say, listen, start with something small. A couple of corrupt peaked cops is not gonna surprise anyone. And then we see how everything moves up. Have them be on the legal side of things. We kick ass, well, you kick ass at night. Once crooks stays behind, once the crooks stay behind bars, they might like think twice before telling you to fuck off.
You know what? Sounds like we've finally got something good here. We got the guy gaining information. We got the guy making sure legal stuff is handled. And then we got us, who... Okay, I'm gonna be honest, our job seems the most straightforward and simple.
Gonna like laugh at that. Yeah. I think we can actually start doing this.
I mean, who knows? Maybe it's gonna say once these two guys start actually putting people away, it might actually convince other lawyers to actually but maybe convince one or two extra guys. But like, I like to think that a lot of people just don't think the situation can be changed if we show them it can. Some of them are gonna also start doing the work, right?
Yeah. What was it? One small pebble can make an avalanche or something like that?
Then we'll make as many pebbles as we need to make.
Don't worry. I can break the boulder. Infinite pebble supply.
Yeah. That's positive,